to show the exact location. Because I was busy working on some of the other stats and features of it.
No worries.
Yeah, or else I'd show you on the map. But basically, the other thing that I didn't put this in character just because it was a little bit more vague at the time, and I have a much better sense of it now. The location of the actual swamp that she's sending you to is in the southwest of this region, which is actually, but it also overlaps the northeast of the southern region of Darkhaven, because Darkhaven is separated by 4 regions in the north, south, east, and west, and with the capital being the center. The swamp has, unfortunately, a rather bad reputation. It is referred to as the Sinking Swamp.
Yay!
One thing that might come to mind: ever seen the Okay, I hate it when the name of a movie just suddenly leaves my head. Even though, oh yeah,
Never Ending.
Story. Yes, if you think of the Never Ending Story, it won't be quite as bad as that, but it might be, in places. It's quite of the reputation. Those of you who have been in this area for a while would know. Yuki, Sarah, and Shadow would not know this. Except they might gather it from hearing the words Sinking Swamp.
What could possibly go wrong?
And that is normally when everything goes wrong.
So, what would you probably like to do? You've just been given this quest. You guys went to. Some of you guys have gone off to sleep, and we're going to go with. It's now the next day. You're getting up and getting ready to leave.
Yep. Anything else anybody wants to do whilst we're still here?
I think we're just resting up for the night.
And of course, now you'll have the opportunity to meet your new party member. Of course, you don't know that he's going to be a new part. They're going to be a new party member. New guy, whose name is I'm spacing on at the moment.
Anthony.
Yeah.
Anthony. How would you like to introduce yourself to the others? If it's a group of people that you wouldn't know, what is your character? For example, what do you like? What species are you?
I am a gaunt, slightly deformed human with bulging eyes as a result of blood running in my veins. Character nervously tinkering about with mostly magical in nature. And I suppose, as I see...
I think a lot of your conversation just kept dropping. I couldn't hear half of it.
All right.
Just put your mic closer to your mouth a little bit. That should probably be better with the sensitivity.
Okay. So, an artificer. So, I'm a human who's tinkering about and suppose looking for a group to head out and search for new materials to work with.
Have you been briefed at all about this land that you're currently living in, or are you waiting on me for that? I'm sorry.
I didn't find too much about the setting.
Okay, I'm sorry about that then. Basically, if you're here now, you've been living in Darkhaven for some time, possibly all your life. Darkhaven is a country ruled by vampires, although most people have never seen a vampire before. A lot of the races in here, you got humans, orcs, kobolds, goblins, things that are, other than the humans, of course, things that you usually see repressed or non-existent in other civilizations are here in abundance. Walking around openly, not in some shady tavern, but, some of them living the quiet life, others, not so much. Slavery is legal here. There's occasional problems with orc raids in some areas. In this region, the East region, There's been problems for a while now with with undead that are not vampires raiding across the border from the east. They've in fact installed something that's been trying to keep the trade route open and clear of the undead, so that trade between countries can still be established.
So, all right.
And it's not uncommon to find body parts of sentient beings on an open market.
That's a good thing because I do occasionally dabble in that sort of thing.
Yeah, but people don't
Yeah.
think it's weird. In fact, people don't even think that having a necromancer around is weird, even though there's clearly problems with necromancy nearby. So it's morning. You're in the Blood Mist Tavern. You see a group of interesting-looking people, one of which is surrounded by undead. Unfortunately, his character token is still in the room. Coming down the stairs, probably for breakfast, possibly to head out.
All right. Then, if they're going out to head out, then I head up to them and ask, would you happen to be heading outside of town right now?
Sarah?
Sorry,
Yeah.
I was getting everything, all the tokens. Yes, we are.
Oh,
Well, would you
where-
mind happening
Where's
to
your
take...
token? Hold on. I don't think I put it out. Hold on. My bad. I don't see the I don't know which sheet is yours.
Mythos.
Mythos. Thank you.
So it's morning, right?
Yes, it is morning.
Cool.
Yeah, we're going to a swamp. We're going to kill some things. For money.
Oh. Well, then could I accompany you? I am in search of some sacrifices that I need to help me create some magical items. I'm sure the ones that I've already crafted would be of great service to you.
You know, I realize that this is a deeply unpleasant land from the perspective of morality, but even still, a guy coming up to you in a tavern and looking for sacrifices is not exactly the least shady thing I've had happen to me today.
You just said you were going to go kill some things. I'm just saying after you kill them, I just kind of ritually stab them and offer them up to the dark gods or something.
Look, killing things for money is a time-honored quest for all adventurers of all alignments. But, like, offering them up to the dark gods is not necessarily the way you should lead off if you're trying to become a new member of a party.
Yeah, you know the gods are dead,
Killing them is
right?
just wasteful.
I don't believe in the gods.
What about Grey
They're
Gods?
insignificant to me.
Well,
I believe
But
in whatever causes
if-
Hector to be able to kill the shit out of things.
But if you want to join us, you can just pledge your loyalty to us and no harm towards us or towards you.
oh, that's fine. I'm just saying the things you're already killing will be useful. I'm not planning on killing you. That would be ridiculous.
Exactly.
Sarah has the bone claw walk up to you and say, "Can you prick your finger for me?" Do you
Wait.
prick your finger with the bone claw's claw?
Sure, what the heck, I do it.
Okay, I'm gonna put your blood in a vial. Then. Now I got blood, and then I got elf tears.
So what are you,
Thank
some
you,
kind of like
sir.
half ghoul?
Thank you so much. Now, this will be a pledge towards your loyalty to us. As you see, each member pledges something. So, for this party, I pledge my help and my undead. Others pledge their life. You pledged your blood. So,
Valencia will give you the thumbs up. Nothing could possibly go wrong from this. She gives you a winning smile.
Why wouldn't I pledge my blood to a necromancer?
Exactly.
oh, you're so sweet. Now, I do offer a gift, though, if you would like assist. It won't hurt you or anything. It'll just give you minor irritation, but
Valencia leans in. You should pass on the cyst. Nothing good comes from cysts.
but it helps me keep an eye on you wherever you go, just in case somebody tries to take you away.
I think I'll pass on that one.
All right.
No, I've been
Currently
sitting
there-
here.
Currently,
Been
there's a
sitting
delicious
here.
smell coming out of the kitchen. It smells like eggs and some nice strips of meat. Sorry, Yuki? Let me go now.
I've been sitting here eating this candy and beef jerky, and I look over. It's like, shit! I totally forgot about the food I bought.
So, Sarah's gonna like rub her eyebrows a bit. It's getting close to that day too. She mumbles to herself.
What day?
Her birthday.
Ah. Aw.
And she's like, either way. Anyways, would you guys like to join us to eat?
Right
Sure.
back. Going to the bathroom.
I mean, I enjoy bacon as much as the next person.
Bacon is really good.
I also enjoy maniacal laughter as much as the next person.
No, I'm just
Happy
thinking
Fry.
about the last time any member of this party ordered bacon.
Anyways, please have a seat with us. I'll pay
But
for
then
your
again, we
meal.
don't have Cujo anymore. Darn it.
And by what is your name, sir?
My name is Mythos. Mythos McGodel.
I call you Mike.
Ah, that's fine.
Now, would you like to join us to eat before we leave?
Food from my bag of rations. I don't trust food from elsewhere. It's a bit tough, but I can trust it. It's magic food.
That's alright.
I would do the same, but I think that it would be unwise for this particular patron to poison us, especially considering we're pretty much beneath the notice of anybody that would want to kill us, I think. I mean, I am. I don't know how you are, Sarah.
Well, I did pay quite a lot of money for this bag of food, and I'm rather low on funds, so I mean, I'd rather just make use of this that I bought.
Oh,
Mhm.
Sarah, the Bone Claw hands you a note from the bard saying that thanks for the leg fix. He's going to spend the next couple of days sleeping and recuperating. He'll catch up with you when you come back from your quest.
That's not what it says. He says dancing lessons here.
Then
Wait, we fixed his leg?
go tell
Yeah.
Sarah Ballastar to stay with him. She's gonna have one of the shadows go off really quick to do that. So Ballastar could stay with him. And hopefully nobody has died around my drowned yet outside. If there is, I'll just pick up the bodies.
You'd also end up getting yourself in trouble from people who don't want to see dead bodies laying around. There are.
That's why I had Dagoff with 2 signs. Be careful around the drowned. Don't get close.
I can just picture him marching back and forth in front of the drown with the signs.
No, he has 1 side and 1 sword up.
Oh dear. So, I eat my bacon.
Sarah's gonna drink.
Okay.
Sarah's gonna
I was
offer
actually waiting
everybody
for
some
Yuki.
tea.
I was actually waiting for Yuki to come back since Yuki had ordered food. But the bartender comes back, plops some food down in front of Yuki, plops bacon and eggs in front of you guys as well, along with some more strips of venison, and enough hot water for Yuki's tea and Sarah's tea, and maybe for another person's tea.
Sarah's gonna offer anybody. Would you guys like some tea? As you see, she crumples up some blackish flowers.
I'm afraid I don't drink tea. Which is
That's all right.
ironic because I'm the English guy.
Oh, Hector, would you like some tea?
No thank you, I'm not ready to be Death Knight yet.
Okay. So Sarah drinks her tea and then eats some of the food.
So you're like an artificer. You make gadgets and stuff.
Ah, yes, I've pretty much everything on me is magical. I've got my cloak, I've got my necklace, I've got my headband of intelligence, everything. Even my socks are magical.
That sounds inconvenient.
What do they do?
It is. They are uncomfortable.
Are they self-washing?
Yes, but they don't come off the feet first.
She's gonna also call down the
Yay,
mind
my
flayer. She's also gonna call down the mind flayer and saying, She's gonna ask it what it eats.
So the mind flayer is now walking in the tavern. Is what you're saying?
Yeah.
Hold on. Where's its token? Do you have control
I
of the
don't-
token for a mind flayer?
No, I don't. I was never
Okay.
given a token for it on this map.
Oh, that's right. Because I was because the mind flayer is technically
Brain
a
dead.
non-combatant. Yeah, technically a non-combatant. It's mostly just moving around because of you. But if it was in the middle of a fight area, it'd probably be killed. Because,
Yeah.
Some people are now looking very strangely at the fact that you have a mind flayer with you. Evidently, in spite of the otherwise reputation of this country, mind flayers are still a very unusual sight, possibly a very frightening sight.
She's gonna
Yeah, I don't
ask
like
it-
mind players.
She's gonna say, okay, how's the other one doing?
By the way, Artificer, if you take a look at the mind flayer is actually missing one of its tentacles. It also has this weird pulsing thing on the side of its head. The mind flayer basically just drools its oils and just looks blankly at you.
Can we name the pulsy thing?
She's gonna ask it, how's the other one doing? The one that's holding its child, basically.
That's basically its response. It's drooling and looking at you blankly.
Okay, so I take that's good. Now, she's gonna give it a piece of bacon.
The mind flayer eats the bacon. It does not seem to be impressed one way or another about it. It is simply
Okay.
consuming fuel.
And she's also gonna give it the rest of her. When she didn't used to, when she did have rations, but now she has an everlasting ration, so it's gonna hand him all the rations that she has. Make good use of it. It has them.
For some reason, it starts banging them together. Bang. Bang.
It's for eating, dimwit.
It does this for another minute before finally stopping and looking down at the rations.
And then she's like, go off now.
Suddenly,
Hey, listen.
it crams all the rations into its mouth, Zoidberg style, and scutters off to where it had been before.
It should be with Sir Ballastar then and Leo Fire.
Whoop, 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 whoop.
And then before it leaves though, real fast, I'm gonna attach a note saying, I'm a dumb mind player, but make sure you feed me. So I was gonna say, I'm sorry for the sight, everybody. Just, some things need to learn their lesson.
I still
And
don't like
let
the
me
thing.
let me do a roll for that.
They seem to be satisfied with that response and go back to what they're eating. The orc bartender looks over at Yuki and says, "How are those eggs and venison strips treating you? And was the water hot enough?"
The bacon was delicious. I'm still somewhat miffed about the lack of proper baths here, but then again, what can you do?
All I'm worried about is the future extinction of pork in this world, apparently.
You know how many pigs we could buy with like 100 gold? All the pigs. We could freaking squeeze the market on bacon. But we kill things for money. We don't invest.
You're being offered 5,000 gold to get the skin of the Grey Render.
That's like all the pigs in this kingdom in gold.
No, but you would be able to potentially buy up the ones that are in here.
I'm not interested in pigs.
Yeah, well, there's they mentioned having a chicken coop, and there's the sound of pigs on the air and the smell of pigs and
Ugh.
the occasional mooing of dairy cows.
Admittedly, if we're planning on going into a dungeon anytime soon, it might be a good idea to get a bunch of sheep and then just like herd them into the dungeon in case of horrendous, any kind of traps. I heard it was good one time.
I've actually heard of somebody doing that before. Just having a sheep-filled dungeon. The dungeon is wall-to-wall sheep. Bah, bah, wool everywhere.
The only thing that would happen there is you'll go insane from all the buying.
And of course, the infamous cow level on Diablo.
We don't talk about that here.
What cow level? There's no cow level.
There is a cow level.
We don't talk about that here.
Magical Ponyland.
Anyways, okay. We don't talk about that here either. Anyways. Everybody good to go?
Yep.
The Orc-Man comes back with the bacon burrito Hector requested and starts handing it over to Hector.
Is it of such size it takes like several rounds to hand over?
He's holding it in both of his hands, and he's an orc.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's a small one.
So you better eat all that before... so it won't go to waste.
I devour it in 2 bites.
Oh shit. That's some cartoon shit right there.
Good
Well,
boy.
he does look like
I'm a loop him.
Dougie sort
I'm a
of thing.
wolf.
So he's got
Gotcha.
that huge muzzle on him.
Well, I guess we should get started.
If he had yellow fur, I'd start calling him Mr. Peanut Butter.
That's
Wow.
what we need to put on the roof of his mouth.
Peanut butter's not existent here, is it?
Oh, we have an artificer. He can make it existable.
Oh shit.
Okay.
Not in
What?
this kingdom.
Yeah, peanuts are going to be hard to find, I think.
Peanuts might exist, but not in this kingdom. Wouldn't understand the concept of making peanut butter.
Truly
I
the
don't know.
greatest use of metagame knowledge.
So,
Let's go to a horrible swamp all about drowning in despair.
Well,
I'll
it's not
get
the Spare
that.
Swamp, it's the Sinking Swamp, but
at least it's not like Junko.
like what?
If anybody knows this anime, they should know this character, Junko. She's the queen of despair.
Yeah, there's too many anime.
As in the Queen of Emo, or as in this queen causes despair and laughs about it?
Causes despairs and laughs about it and gets... Basically, she gets all emotions from it. She even gets turned on by it.
Of course she does, it's an
I
anime.
know.
It's from Danganronpa.
Oh. That's like a video game.
In an anime. So, I guess we're off, everybody. She's gonna whistle so Hector could come.
I follow, and then I burp as I walk out the door.
The door's right here.
Alright, what are you not... Are you taking... which undead are you taking with you? And which ones are you leaving behind?
I'm leaving the hands, 2 of the hands.
Okay, you're taking the
I
ghost
just-
with you.
Yeah.
Alright.
Just, since I can't move those tokens, apparently.
And
Again.
you're taking the bone claw?
Yeah, I'm taking the bone claw, and the hands are gonna be in charge of the drowned, holding up the
And
signs.
are you taking Dagoth?
Yes.
Okay. So basically, and the shadows are staying with, you said Leofire and Hector? Not Hector, Balthazar?
Only the smaller shadows are staying with him. Or staying with them, and The one greater one. So I still have the greater shadow with me.
If you ever start experiencing a shortness of breath, by the way, Mike, you probably don't want to stick close to those things, and I will point out the drowned. They have an area of about 30 feet around them that will kill your shit.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
For some, I have this magical ring that protects me from the effects. Ha ha!
Ah, lucky you. I'll need to craft me one of those someday then.
Yeah, I plan on selling this the minute I can find a real good ring.
Oops. Yeah, hold on a second. I'm just fixing some tokens.
Now, is Shadow gonna leave his shadow?
Yes.
You are?
So have you got like a homunculus or whatever it is, like a familiar as an artificer?
Ah, no, this trusty amulet around my neck is my familiar. I call him Mithlet.
Nice.
Oh,
The
no,
urge to
so
slap
much
it right off of your character is significant, but I'm not going to. That would be mean.
Ah,
But just so you know, just so I'm being honest with you, I was thinking about slapping that right off your neck.
oh no, it's fine. It's totally understandable.
I'm just fixing you guys' tokens. Don't mind me. In the next map that I'm taking you to.
Cool.
So,
Do we have some kind of like padded zombie horse or extra padded skeleton horse to ride on, or are we just gonna have to walk like peasants?
They've all got horses. You guys have all got horses that you've been riding on, or buddying up on. Because the travel times that I've been listing are all by horse.
Gotcha.
the funny thing is, I could just use my bone claw. It travels as fast as the horse.
Or in Sarah's case, she's using a bone claw. But
Well, I mean, like, do you have some kind of harness strapped up so like you've got a saddle for this? Because otherwise, like, if you fall off and it tries to catch you, you'll just get impaled.
My bone claw?
Yeah.
It's gonna hold its hands up like...
But its
I
hands
don't
are
know how
sharp.
to...
It's like
Yeah,
the
but
defining
they're-
characteristic. It's called a bone claw, so it's got claws and it's made of bones.
Yeah. It's a bony ride, but you get used to it.
Ooh, matron. Sorry, that was a very English joke.
Oh, you're right.
Roger.
But yeah. We can use a skeletal seed if Balistar calls upon one, but it will disappear after a while.
And it's probably uncomfortable as heck. I heard that even the Grim Reaper himself doesn't use the skeleton horse.
Yeah, that thing, it just floats around.
Okay.
If you want, I can come in and sketch a horse. You put some blankets in the rib cage, lay right in there.
That does sound cool. May I make a knowledge check on what I know about grey renders?
sure.
I don't know if I've
Let's
done this
see,
already. I don't think
arcane
I
or
have.
dungeoneering.
Arcana, I think. Give me a second to find my skills page. Oh my god.
You botched the roll.
You botched the roll. Yeah.
I did.
Your brain farting, and you can't remember anything much about them.
So, like, grey renders are like these things that swim underground. And they've got, like, 16 feet, but only one leg.
I think. Face palms.
Sounds like my ex.
That's for the bone claw as well, by the way, sir.
Okay. Dagoff, do you know anything?
Considering when she is a botch roll and its amount, I am not going to give anybody any grey render knowledge unless they actually succeed past Valencia's roll.
I may add plus 16, but that's not enough sometimes.
Dagoff, you failed me.
What you
Only-
gonna do?
You only know about undead, okay. Thank you for letting me know, Dagoff.
What were we doing, Arcana?
Yeah.
Knowledge Arcana to remember about Grey Renders. See if any of you. But so far, Sarah and her minions do not know anything about Grey Renders.
Stand back.
I know
people.
plenty of things about Grey Renders.
I know
You
everything.
just can't remember a damn thing about them. And Hector doesn't know anything more than Sarah does, which is that they live in swamps.
That's all we need to know. Let's go.
Well, maybe what about our
Swamps
new
or
friend?
marshes, according to the book, but I prefer the term swamp.
What about our new friend, Anthony?
All right.
Mike.
Mike.
Mike. Yeah, sure, Mike. Why not?
Mike.
We haven't learned to
Because-
respect your character yet, Anthony.
Apparently, I think swamps
It's
are
just-
arid, dry places.
Incidental. Into his role. Do I roll it in the thing, or you?
You
Go to your
basically
character sheet.
click sheet and then click on the thing, and it'll automatically roll and give you all the proper points and stuff.
Yeah, you couldn't see my roll because I used the thing through the character sheet, and therefore it automatically whispers to the GM with the roll.
All right.
Mhm.
Let's see. Let me.
Though you can actually change that.
Ooh, Mythos
Yeah, I haven't
actually
bothered
does
yet.
know about Grey Renders. 1 second.
They are
Yeah, but we
gray.
don't respect him, and I know what's really true about Grey Renders, and I will disagree with everything you
But
say.
are you
because
are you
you're obviously
persuasive?
wrong.
Are you persuasive enough?
Me?
Yes, you have to be
No,
persuasive.
I'm right.
What was his,
That's more important than being persuasive.
what's his
Nobody will trust
Charisma
you even
level.
if you're right. Even if you're not persuasive enough, it doesn't matter.
So, Mike, do you know anything about Grey Renders?
Hold on, I'm typing now.
I know they're gray and they live in the desert.
Hector, go back eating a bone.
Are you going to let her be so racist to you?
It's not racist, it's species.
Yeah. But that's basically racism.
I hate my species.
Okay. You're one of those self-loathing werewolves? Shifters?
No, never call him that. Never call him that.
That's horrible.
That
You
was
basically just
incredible.
insulted him. He's not a werewolf, he's a Lupin, sir.
Okay.
Him and werewolves
What?
don't get along.
Except for my girlfriend that died.
Your girlfriend was a werewolf?
Remember I told you my backstory? Oh, I forgot
Oh,
to tell
yeah.
GM the backstory. So, Chris, after I
okay.
came up...
Okay.
The moral of
Hi,
the
you-
story is that I don't know enough about the race relations between lupins and
Werewolves?
werewolves.
Well,
There's lucky
Yuki's
the
a
Philippines did not beat the
hermaphrodite.
crap out of you.
Yuki's
I
a hermaphrodite. Look what she just said.
Look, I propose a one-state solution to this problem. The lupins and the werewolves have to live together, or we'll nuke them. Simple.
No,
No, whoa.
even worse, the Fire Nation will attack.
Oh
Cool.
shit.
The backstory for my character was that while on the hunt for a werewolf, my character fell in love with one. Then my clan killed her, so my character kind of hates his clan.
At least we have something in common. We want to see the destruction of our own race.
But you're like a cleric of the old gods, right?
I am no cleric, sir.
Well, I'm a
No,
cleric.
the lupin
Oh,
is.
yeah, he is.
So Hector, when you get powerful enough, surely you can just bring her soul back from wherever it is being cursed to reside and put it in some kind of new lupin body, thus solving all of your issues. And of course, your gods will perfectly allow this. I mean, they've got no reason to stop you being with the woman you love. I mean, that would be ridiculous.
They hate werewolves. So
Exactly. What would be more cool than having a werewolf person become a lupin to prove how good lupin are in comparison to werewolves?
He does have a point.
you know what? That's true.
But anyways, Mike,
All right. Well, yeah, gray renders are gray and they live in swamps. Just try to avoid attacking any herds of animals, and we should be fine.
why is that?
Like protecting the animals. So I guess we can use the animals as bait if we find any. But for the moment, each insight into the weaknesses of the Grey Render.
Okay.
Look, I disagree entirely with everything that was just said.
Yes, I'm sorry, I lied. Grey Renders are purple. My bad.
No, Grey Renders are great, but they don't they eat wild animals. Obviously, what else can they do? You can't sustain a giant
You
mass.
keep them around to eat them.
Yeah. I mean, I thought that they were like underground predators that, came up and swallowed whole herds of cows at once. Swamp cows, of course.
Swamp
Because they
cows.
don't need swamps.
Okay. I hate it when that happens. The name goes away as soon as I'm asking it. Underground alien.
Tremors?
No, that wasn't an alien. And it was underground. It was rebuilding its spaceship. It was a bunch of kids filming a movie. One of them was
Super 8.
Yes, thank you. I knew it had 8 in the title, but I knew 8 wasn't the first. Was not the first word.
District 8.
No, it was definitely Super 8. That was District 9.
Yes, it was.
Okay. So, I guess we should start making our way. Does anybody know the layout of this area?
Maybe, probably not. I'll give it a
Possibly.
shot. I've got knowledge geography and knowledge local, both at the same pitiful rank.
Roll.
One.
Yeah, 1 rank.
Okay.
Geography at one
Yes,
rank.
because you've lived in this area for a while now. You know that it is along. It is the swamp in question crosses the border between the east region and the south region, which means it's actually southwest of here. It is not too far from the province of Kolar. It's in fact in what's considered an unincorporated area, which means that there's no dukes, duchesses, counts, countesses, or other ruler types in the area. It's basically because it crosses over to the borders between two different regions, and therefore they don't know who to give their tribute to, which lord to give their tribute to. They basically just left it as unincorporated. So there might be wild tribes, orc raiding parties that are just trying to squat there for now. Other people who just don't want to be noticed, encountered, or protected by various agents of the undead, that sort of thing.
So it's a great place to hide out if you're an outlaw.
Yeah, it's another way of putting it.
Wasteland.
A great place to hide your screen.
No, it's kind of a swamp marsh, kind of bleeding off into a kind of a temperate jungle.
That sounds like a wasteland to me, but I live in Britain, so...
Okay, it's a cultural wasteland. Let's put it at that.
Wow, you can't just assume their culture. I apologize.
But in terms of life, it's full of life. Full of lots of living things. It's not like the Blight, which is to the east.
Sure.
No, that's a wasteland, because there's nothing living there at all. Do not eat my pen. No. Bad kitty.
I will call my horse Jellybean.
Yay! And Mythos, how did you get here to begin with? Did you have a horse?
I'm walking.
Okay.
You can come up on Jellybean if you'd like.
I'm sleeping in the chest of my bone horse.
I'm gonna have Dagoth get on your horse. Is that all right?
Yeah, while I'm sleeping in it. Soak her right on it.
Sarah's just gonna get her horses that they had.
So you look like some kind of ghoul or something, Mike. You got the weird eyes.
Aberrant blood. I'm a human that just has giant bulging eyes.
Yeah, I don't buy that for a moment. But whatever.
He was dropped as a child. Leave him alone.
You see, if you take the blood of the Mind Flayer, which is an aberration, you could inject it into somebody so they have mixed blood. Weird effects would happen.
It looks more like, third generation Agent Octarine to me. But what do I know? I've never used any kind of horrifying, body-warping weapon of mass destruction before. Do 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 do.
Okay, so you guys ready for the journey then?
Yes.
Excellent. It takes you all day, and towards the evening, you have arrived here in the densely packed underbrush, various trees. It's dark. It's getting towards night, sort of thing. 1 second.
Can't move my hand.
It's listed as generic token again. I knew there was one I didn't fix. There you go.
This is a hell of a dark area.
It's night. What do you expect?
Wrong shadow. That does change that.
Yes,
I've got
it's
this-
night, and I can't see more than 5 feet in front of me.
That's because I decided to go with
Extreme lighting dynamics.
no, with fog of war rather than lighting dynamics, because you would see way too much way too fast. Basically, like some of the I just basically don't want you guys running along ahead too fast before I'm ready to tell you if you've fallen into something or uncovered a trap or run in headlong into something that's hiding, etc., etc., etc.
So we're going with that the swamp is foggy and murky.
Yes, it's hard to see distances.
Are we still on a path of sorts?
No, the path has gone away at this point. It's no longer. It's not treacherous for your horses, so you've gotten off of them and
Yeah.
are now heading this way.
I don't want to endanger Jellybean.
Can I make my horse a 6-wheel drive and add 2 extra hooves?
No, the horses wouldn't have good footing in the swamp. They might sink, like never-ending story.
It's
The ground
lightweight.
is
It's
the
clean.
ground is squishy under feet, so you might be a little wary about this. Might need to check your balance, but not during non-combat. So, but you have to be careful while you're walking. All right, spot check. Hold on 1 second. I know I have something written down for spot check. Alrighty. How far away can you see, Tector?
– 60 in dark, you calculate your fog thing if you want.
No. How many squares do you think your character should be able to see?
You should see up to 60 feet.
60. Okay. Well, the fog cuts it down a lot, so I'm going to go with 30 feet. And guys, please stop rolling spot checks. I need to finish one spot check first. All right. Here's revealed areas. As you look around, Hector, you notice that guys, stop moving unless you want to sing. Oh, freaking hell! There we go. You notice that one spot over here. It seems to be a lot more. What's the word I want to use?
Sturdy?
Less sturdy than anything else. It looks as if you stepped over there, you'd probably get sucked in, or at least have a hard time getting out of it again. Congratulations, you found yourself a sinkhole or quagmire.
Does it say giggity if you step on it? Sorry.
Some kind of relatively fast sand.
It's not sand. It's not like Princess Bride. It's more like the swamp of despair, where you fall into it, you get stuck, it starts pulling you in.
Yeah.
So quicksand, basically.
Well, it might not actually pull you all the way down. It's just that you're likely to lose equipment pieces, and if you're in the middle of combat, you're going to be flat-footed.
I wish I had some way of making myself lighter, but I'm not actually too heavy at the moment.
You know what I'm gonna actually have do? So basically, that spot's more mushy, like watery and all that,
Yep.
compared to all the others.
You use water walking?
I'm gonna have the shadow survey the land ahead of us, seeing if it can spot like any like things that seem down deeper.
All right, and the shadow blends in because it's in the darkness. So move the shadow along, and I'll just put it through a trajectory in a distance, just to see if I can see anything.
Basically, it's gonna be like scouring like this area right here,
How far away do you want it to go?
just up to right here so far.
No, I mean square wise, so I can actually put it into the darkness and look, having it look, pretend it's looking around.
Do you see it?
Yes.
I'll have it up to right there for now.
Okay.
So, do you mind if I ask what kind of time of day it is?
It's evening.
Do we want to continue this with better light conditions in the morning? I mean, we shouldn't make camp here, but if we go back to the path, we might want to make camp there.
That would take too long. We need to find a better path. She did say she needed it as soon as possible too, so
Oh yes, that's right. I knew there was one detail I forgot to mention. When you finished ironing out the details of this quest and given the name of the area, she also said that she'd be staying there up through the end of the through the rest of the week, basically a week's time, to get there and back.
Sure.
so we cannot dilly-dally.
Yeah, basically you don't want to sidetrack too long because the swamp's only a day's journey from the inn. So, but
We have 4 days.
Okay, fair enough. I'm happy not sleeping tonight. Well, I'm not happy. I'm willing to for the promise of hundreds of pieces of gold.
What do you mean? We have undead to watch us.
Well, we're
there's
not going to
currently-
want to ride immediately back.
There's currently
Okay.
5 of you in the party, and the gold offered is 5,000. So one stands to reason that each of you will get 1,000 gold.
That would be cool.
I'll be fine with the gold. I just want the body for armor crafting.
You guys can negotiate over who's going to get the body after you've finished skinning it.
I already claimed it.
No, dibs cannot be claimed before seeing the Grey Render. You have to do it after the battle. And as GM, I'm saying you're going to have to roll, or you're going to have to make persuasive arguments in character.
As you see, it would be more valuable if we had the bones as an undead.
How about
I
you
think-
actually get it first?
Exactly.
What are you going to be taking from it, though? That is a true question.
So which way would you get your characters like to move? Your shadow hasn't come back with saying anything in that direction.
I guess it's safer this direction so far. Hector, can you use your nose to see if you could track anything?
I did do a wood check for that.
Oh,
That
that's what
bone
wisdom
claw's
check was
supposed to-
for. Sorry, I didn't really know what that wisdom check was for. So since you don't actually know what a Grey Render smells like, you're not certain where it could be from here. There's a lot of interesting scents in the swamps, however. Lots of dead and decaying things. It smells very different from that briny smell that you detected with the drowned. Lots of growing things, lots of decaying things. Hold on.
By the way, the bone claw should be 4 squares big.
Yeah.
Yeah, hold on.
So a
Hold on.
4x4 or 2x2.
2x2.
Got it. So 30 by 30.
Well,
Only if you roll them real flat.
Okay. There you go.
Yay! Even more horrifying.
Right?
Who's
Alright.
wearing? Who's wearing the most armor and is therefore the most likely to sink?
Dagoth.
Me.
Okay. I
Them
will.
too.
Yeah, I will stand close to you guys. So if you start sinking, I will be able to help you out of the muck best as possible.
Alright, so I'm picking up a set straight ahead where we're going, so not exactly sure where it is. Not saying it's gonna be fun.
Is this actually a tree here?
Yes, there is a tree there. It seems to be dead. It's still in the ground, but there's no leaves on it or anything.
Do we get sight bonus by climbing it and trying to spot you from there?
It's doubtful that a dead tree like that will be able to hold your weight.
How deep in the ground is it? Like, is it still sturdy?
It's the trunk itself seems sturdy. However, the branches look like they're ready to fall over in a stiff breeze.
I'm going to take out my rope and tie it around the trunk of the tree.
Good idea.
As long as we're within 50 feet of this, that means that I can throw the rope to somebody who is sinking and they can get pulled out by everybody combined. Right?
Excellent idea.
Mm-hmm.
Smart.
That's why they call me a genius.
Thought they called you a genius weenie.
I'm also gonna have the bone claw stick its fingers in front of us, like in the ground, too, as we move, to see if like one finger goes deeper than the other.
Well, the bone claw is probably in significant danger of falling into sinking into the muck because it's a bipedal creature that's like 4 times as big as we are, and therefore 8 times as heavy.
Yeah, the bone claw, by the way, is having difficulty moving because of its size. I didn't realize just how big a bone claw was. Its size in this mud. Even though it's not seeming to find the quagmire that you found earlier, it still is having difficulty moving, and it's significantly slower than the party.
So it takes 60 movement speed away from it, or 50.
Let me double check what the bone claw has.
Hmm.
Oh, you never. Oh, wait. This is a character sheet, not a. Why is it listed as a character? It's like I give you character, not NPC. Stats.
I'm surprised that the bone claw doesn't have a name.
I did put a name
Oh,
on it,
that's
but I
right. Bone
forgot what
claws
I
are really
named it.
fast. So yeah, it's more like it's half that. So it's like 25. It's down to 25 at the moment.
So it has nearly equal movement speed with us.
Yes.
So we're unimpeded.
Correct.
Somewhat.
Cool. I'm going to stay near this tree.
I mean, yeah, there's getting muck all over your boots and everything like that, but unlike the bone claw, you're fairly unimpeded.
I also need to get a Wraith.
Everybody needs to get a wraith.
I just need that life detection thing that I have. Detect life. The shadow, I'm gonna have the shadow move up more.
All right. Would anybody else like to move around, or are you just gonna let Sarah run the show?
I'm going to stay relatively close to the tree for the moment in case
Oh,
somebody else starts sinking.
How long is your rope?
50 feet.
Can I grab it so we'll get forward?
Sure.
Alright, let me measure up.
If you start sinking, I will pull on the rope because I'm next to the tree. Therefore, I'm next to part of the rope at least. And anybody else?
Right over here. Anything there, Grizz?
Nope.
I'm going to do a little spot check real quick.
I mean, I feel that Yuki should be going ahead because she's probably the lightest amongst us and is also probably better at balance. Maybe I'm wrong.
Well, my balance is at 16.
Okay, spot time.
That's either another tree or like a big fire. I can't quite see properly.
Yeah. Hector can see that from there and see that it is an uprooted tree.
Uprooted tree.
Yeah, it's a tree that's laying on the ground.
Any other quagmires?
You don't detect any from where you are.
Okay.
But then again, things like this tree, the dead tree here, laying on the ground, the uprooted tree, is kind of blocking your vision from where you are. So if there's anything behind it, you won't be able to see it.
How big is this fucking swamp?
I'm gonna try to have.
It's big. I worked for a while on the map for it. I kind of combine a couple of things that may not look seamless, unfortunately.
Okay, so does the hand see anything?
No.
You sent your hand out there?
I'm gonna have it jump back on the bone claw.
What is that? Is that a river?
No, that appears to be more mist. The problem is that that's a different map piece that I had to use, and I couldn't get them to match up properly, so...
Okay, so that next tree is almost there. So you're at the end of the rope there, Hector.
Alright. You want to try to come over?
Yeah, if you call out to me, I will untie the rope and come over to you.
So it's gonna whistle at you.
I tied on the rope.
I'm moving slowly, trying to pay attention to my surroundings.
So,
But
did you untie the rope, or is the rope still tied to that one tree?
I untied the rope,
Alrighty.
and it's probably now tied to this new tree that Hector is adjacent to.
Hold on 1 second.
This tree.
No, we're just waiting for you to fall into the swamp.
I'm having the shadow
Thank you.
survey the ground for us. Sorry, then.
Anybody can do any checks, or...
I'm gonna do another check with the bone claw and the tag off.
I'm gonna do no scent check so I can see if I can still smell what I smell.
Tell you, that was nothing.
1 second.
She's typing, looks like.
Southeast.
Alright. Alright guys, let's go. Let's start walking this.
Hold on.
Oh.
I haven't finished whispering.
Oh, my bad. I forgot people did check.
There we go. I think I got everybody who actually saw it or heard anything. Or smelled something.
Hector, you have the rope.
Right, by any chance, is this rock, like, climbable or anything?
Yeah, but it's not very high.
It's still a rock. I feel safer if I get on top.
So I was gonna relay this information. That the bone claw hears running water to the south.
Yeah, but I smell the creature to the southeast. Whatever it is, we'll know what it is. I don't know what it is. It smells reptilian to me.
Could be any number of creatures in a swamp like this.
True.
At this point, you can actually see the water, the flowing water. It's very murky, though. As if it's churning up something at the bottom.
Turning up something from the bottom.
Yeah, like you silt. You can't actually see into the water. You have no idea what's in there. But
This is
you do, however, see a bridge near here.
So just gonna whistle to the hand so I could check it out. Since it's lighter than everybody.
It appears sturdy enough. However, the bone claw would be a little bit too big to get across that.
The bone claw doesn't need to breathe though, so it's probably fine sinking into the swamp, into the water at least.
I could just have it jump across.
How far can it jump?
It depends on the roll.
All right. Remember, you're also starting from a very squishy thing. You're not starting from a flat surface. That would probably give you a negative to the roll.
Yeah.
Possibly a -5. Yeah,
So
yeah. I'm
let's
actually
head-
saying it is going to be a -5.
I'm gonna have the shadow go more this way. Hector pointed out where he smelled something.
Yeah, and the shadow isn't doing any spot checks, so
Oh,
yeah, you have to actually roll for your shadow spot checks to actually.
I was
see
having
anything.
it survey the ground.
Yeah, but you're still not gonna see anything of interest if you're not doing spot checks. You're not seeing anything. The shadow isn't seeing anything significant in the ground.
I was looking for any sinkholes. Main
Yeah,
part.
nothing
I'll
that seems
do the
obvious,
roll.
but that doesn't mean that there isn't anything there. It's just nothing the shadow is seeing.
You keep saying shit. I think you're talking about me. You're not.
Just say specter.
But a spectre is a different thing.
It's not a specter; it's a shadow.
Close enough until we actually get specters in the game.
There's the shadow.
And what
Spot.
roll?
Jesus
Okay, that's the
Christ.
spot check.
Spot. Yeah.
How far away can it see?
60 foot dark vision?
Yep.
Okay, given for the
And I don't think
murkiness.
I don't think miss affects incorporeal.
It's
It should.
also other.
It
Yeah,
should?
never mind. It's like
Yeah.
there's also dense of trees and everything else that would eventually obscure its vision. So
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think of what it'd be seeing from here. 1 second. I have to do other rolls now.
Yeah, unfortunately, shadows aren't the best scouts. Like, if the raids are better at it, but they're still not bad.
Mm-hmm. That's why I need a wraith. I also need this other undead too. I need a lot of them.
You need one of every kind.
Guys, don't move until I finish this, okay?
So move
Gotcha.
back, Hector.
Trying to remember. Oh. Oops. I have to rewrite that. Huh. Okay. And I forgot to fix that up, so that means that with that spot check, I had to whisper something to the Manclaw. I mean to the shadow. Whoops. This chair.
Just so everyone knows, I've got both of my hands free. I'm not carrying my weapons at the moment.
Okay.
I
Hmm.
made a
Then I'm
sandwich.
gonna do this. I'm gonna have the bone claw stand in front of me though. So I was gonna call out and Draconic, come out with your hands up.
Whatever you're trying to call does not respond. It might not be able to hear you from where you are.
But she is going to relay the information that she found.
Well, then
There's
she has to-
two lizard folks with bows and arrows hiding among the dense foliage.
What's the name of this guy that was with us?
He's just some random lizard guy.
Do we have someone in our party?
Yeah, but he's no longer.
I still want to know his name.
I don't remember
forgot
his
it.
name.
Look, we're all lizard racists here. All lizards look the same.
Now I was gonna ask them if they knew him.
Lizard folk are adorable. They're as good as kobolds.
Poison dusk lizard folk are adorable. Normal lizard folk look burly and ugly.
Also, the black lizard folks are adorable.
Wow,
And
that is racist.
And yeah, they are pretty cool. The talons.
Yeah.
But there's also that one weird-looking lizard folk that you were helping out in the other world, Strun. Who is from some variant that apparently is very civilized. They don't look that much like lizards, but you can tell that they're derived from lizard folk. Like, you know, her race.
There you go, Shadow. That's his name.
Where'd you put it at? Discord?
No. The Roll20 chat. She's gonna do it again. Are they close?
Nope, evidently not.
I yell out as loud as I can. Hey, do you know Kithro?
Yuki, oops, sorry. Stop! Sarah? Yeah, as you walk along next to your bone claw, your foot slips and suddenly you start sinking into the quagmire.
I'm gonna have this then, real fast.
Hold on. Okay. Here's what you need to do. You need to do either a strength roll or half an escape artist roll. It's too late to cast levitate or anything like that.
Is the bone claw able to grapple me out?
1 second. Let me look at your character sheet 1 second. Are you holding anything right now?
No.
You're in an unfortunate position. Other way around, whatever.
Tie the rope to Hector, and Hector can pull out anything. Oh wait, never mind.
I have my bag of holding between my boobs and my handy haversack on my back.
Do you have a boob of holding with bag holding on it?
Whatever. That's how I keep my
Literally-
money safe.
Literally bottomless cleavage. Gotcha.
She looks kind of awkward with stuff going there. So you don't have any weapons, do you?
No. I rely on my touch attack.
Yeah.
You see, I get up impersonal. I will touch you.
What's in your hand? Let's say what's. Oh, here, never mind. I see it. Oh, well, you don't have. You don't have a 20 ration anymore. That was already taken care of.
Yeah, I need to get rid of that.
All right. As your bone claw lifts you up, your handy haversack unfortunately opens, and you lose water skin, flint and steel, and rope into the quagmire. It sinks before you can grab it. You still have the handy haversack, though.
Does this swamp have magical properties?
You can't you can't tell that something triggered the handy haversack. Probably because it was trying to, rope. You needed rope or something like that. But in any case, your handy haversack is now empty.
Okay, more room for dead bodies.
All right, you might want to move out of that square. Wait, was the hand on you?
Yeah, the hand's like, she has it as like a little chess piece, how it's supposed to look. near her boobs.
Okay.
If only all our hands in the afterlife were constantly copping a feel.
Yeah, well, I don't know if the person it used to belong to would have enjoyed that or not. I don't know enough about them. There is an actual person behind that hand because there's this ghost or something that possessed Yuki in this house, and they eventually got the ghost out. Didn't see it because it kept possessing people, but Sarah managed to convince it to leave whatever host it was in and enter this hand. So. So it's not like the
Okay.
other two generic hands. This hand's actually a specific person that I wrote a little bit about.
Cool.
I know how they lived. I know how they died. I don't know what orientation they were though.
And you're not going to assume it, are you?
No, but I'm thinking. But I'm thinking to myself because I don't want to give away any other details because they didn't bother to find that out, just in case they decide to go back later and find it out. But I'm not sure if they would have cared to be copying a feel or not.
Be careful, Yuki.
Yeah, Yuki, why are you so quiet? Where's your mic today? Is it broken?
Probably talking to his girlfriend.
Aw.
Oh.
Yeah, because I have a harder time understanding what you're doing if you're not actually talking out loud. That's the only problem. Especially because people are now moving way far away from each other, and I'm trying to keep track of is anybody else going to step on something and have to be.
They're like,
So
oh my
what's
god.
everybody else going to do? There's like a couple of the characters not doing
Yeah,
anything right now. You're just kind of standing there, and people are getting farther
Yeah.
away from you.
Well,
I
people
only
are
know
splitting the
12.
party.
I can't just.
So I was
I'm
gonna say, there's another bridge over here.
Well, Yuki's
If
already
you-
successfully crossed the bridge. It apparently held her weight perfectly.
I was also gonna see, are those still two lizard folks still around here?
The shadow does not see them anymore.
Valencia will shout into the mist that she can't really see anybody in anymore. Guys, are you together over there?
Yeah, I have Hector over here. I don't trust this bridge. It seems bigger.
I'm going to undo the rope from the tree I'm next to, and I'm going to move towards the sound of Sarah's voice.
Okay, that would be. Oops, sorry. That would be over here if you can't see her.
Sure. I mean, theoretically, if I've got my ever-burning torch out, I've got 40 feet of shadowy illumination before we have issues with cover and all of that anyway. So
Bouncing off
probably
the
can't see.
trees. It seems to be ineffective. Not even the birds in the trees stir from that howls, Hector.
Yeah, Queen scare.
Okay, so how far is this gap?
Mm.
I'm afraid that I'm no true adventurer, and I didn't bring a
About
10-foot
15
pole.
feet. A 10-foot pole wouldn't have helped.
It would have let me work out where the quagmires are. Or quagmires.
Quagmire?
I don't have it, so it's fine, I guess. I want to stick with Sarah.
Alright.
Let me just open the door.
Hector, are you coming with us?
Sure.
I think we should stick together with Yuki, because otherwise if we get ambushed, we won't know what's going on, and they might be dead before we can get to them.
Oh, I
Hold
forgot
on,
to cast
hold
this.
on. Sarah's going to AFK.
Sure.
If you guys wish to talk amongst each other instead of moving, you're free to do that.
Is it too much to ask if I can tie a rope to this tree that I'm nearby now?
You can do that.
I will do that.
I like your clever use of ropes, by the way.
It's what I would do if I was really there, having been stuck in a quag before.
Have you
Oh.
done something about
Yeah, I lost my shoes in it.
I was about to say, that sounds like the sort of place I'd be losing my shoes.
It's like,
No more boots that go up over my ankles.
well, yeah, I was wearing, I don't know what you call them in America, Wellington boots. Like,
Nice.
up to the knee
I was about to say,
in, like, rubber.
I think we still call them
wait.
Wellingtons.
rain boots?
But then again,
Yeah, rain boots.
I think of them as Wellingtons simply because I'm a big BBC America watcher. I've been so since I was a kid, so certain terms, before I learned the American version of them anyway, cemented for me in British in British.
Sure.
So,
Yeah,
so,
rain
so
boots.
I have a huge mix of jargon. I mean, I don't sound like I'm from a Bostonian, and yet I spent many years of my life down there, and then I got moved. Then just before I turned 13, I moved over to Pittsburgh, and I don't speak Pittsburghese either. So I don't speak like a Bostonian. I don't speak like a Pittsburgher.
Mm. Unfortunately, I can only really get like a few American accents differentiated from the rest.
Yeah, I recognize Boston accents when I hear them.
I recognize Boston accents.
Anybody that sounds like my relatives, I know it's a Boston accent.
Park the car in the yard, etc.
Yeah. Aww. Kind of reminded me
So-
of my granddad, even though he's actually from Vermont.
So while I wait, I go to the shore, pick up rock, cast light spell on them so they glow,
Ooh.
and just toss them in the water.
You're tossing a light spell into the water. You see the water ripple for a moment. The light then vanishes beneath the water. It glows just for maybe about a foot of falling before it completely vanishes beneath the muck. The muck is that bad.
Jesus.
Yeah, if I could be certain that this river bit was actually like swimmable water, I'd be fine with having the Bone Claw walk through it, basically. But if it's like the muck that we've been walking in here anyway, it's possible he could just get stuck at the bottom.
In the campaign I was playing in last night, the GM decided there were piranha in the water. I think he was
Yes.
using the same map for this too. So I was staring at it going, "Oh, it's like the same map I'm using for my campaign."
Yeah, also the possibility that there's something in the water.
Yeah. Whoa, Sarah just showed everyone something. Or that just appeared when I was working on when I was looking at it.
What?
Nothing.
Jackie, you want me to swim that? I'm good, man. I'll die.
Aw, you're going back to her spot. That's cute. Yep, Sarah's okay. She said she heard her door open, the front door open, and I'm not sure if that means that she was the only person home at the time, and that's an unexpected sound, or she was waiting for somebody and they would just come. But yeah, I figured it'd be polite to wait a few minutes. So what did you guys do with your day?
I just woke up.
Woke up at 10, started cleaning out the yard, put down new grass
Ooh,
seed.
you have a yard. Awesome.
Look at you, Mr. Productive.
I went
I like-
to Lowe's and picked up some stuff to plant a few veggie, it's actually fruits technically, in some planters for my patio. You planting anything other than grass back over, or?
Nah, just grass.
Grass is
Everything
super
else
good.
won't be until probably next week.
Cool. Yeah, I've got a jalapeno, a habanero, some cherry tomatoes, and a basil plant. I confused my cat by looking in the balcony, looking in from the patio at her. She likes watching out that patio. No, nobody wants to talk. Silence.
Sorry, I'm just reading that apparently Angela Merkel had to explain the fundamentals of EU trade to Trump 11 times.
He's never going to get it. He's a moron. I swear that things were rigged in this country, and the Electoral College did not do its job. In fact, it did the exact opposite of what it was created to do. Sorry.
Okay, I'm back.
No more politics.
Woo.
Sorry.
Sorry about
Welcome
that.
back, Sarah.
It
You came back right
it
at the
was
right
just my
time.
parents. It was my parents, and I went to blow my nose, and I got a nosebleed.
Ooh,
Oh.
I hate it when that happens.
You know, you're supposed to put water in your nose and not bleed out of it.
Whatever.
Okay, so Sarah, you guys are all heading over to the bridge that Yuki found,
Yeah.
which she's already discovered is safe because she crossed it safely.
Well, it's safe for me. I weigh a lot less than most of them.
I have a small bag of glowing rocks in my hand now. At this point.
Oh yeah, and Hector discovered that the swamp is very murky indeed because he cast a light spell on a rock, dropped it, and only saw it for a foot.
I'm going to stay here by this tree, and when everybody else has gone through, I will untie the rope and then move on to the next solid object
Whoops.
on the other side.
Yuki, you've
What?
now stepped in quagmire.
Cool.
GM info overlay to token layer.
Oh
You're now on quagmire. Roll a 1d20, either strength check or half an escape artist, whichever's higher. Okay. You managed to successfully extract yourself from the quagmire, which means move your token one step over, and haven't lost anything because you managed to get out of there like a ninja you are.
Or,
Gotta
you know,
love
I could have
ninjas.
just teleported, but I chose not to.
Your
Next person.
Your boots and some of your pants or if you have pants or just legs, if you just have legs, are now covered in thick mud.
What's the degree of control we have over the bone claw? Like,
It's all Sarah.
is it? I mean, I have a singular fly spell. I can probably cast that on it, and someone can just ride it through the swamp.
I think you're probably better off holding the fly spell until we get into real trouble.
Yeah, that's why I've been holding on to it. I'm just saying this is taking a while, so I'm patient. I don't have much I can do in this situation.
Don't worry about it. Sometimes you just don't get to do shit.
So what did Yuki lose?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Yuki had a superior roll and didn't lose a single thing. She's a ninja after all. She's awesome. Ninjas are awesome. Never question a ninja.
I mean, I only have 12 in escape artist, so I could have maxed out at 32.
So what is the bone claw going to do? Is it going to stay on that side of the river?
No, I just need sight of my area.
Okay, you're going to have it try and cross the river when you get to the far side.
Hmm.
Gotcha.
Okay.
I'm just waiting for Grizz to reveal the area.
Yeah, sorry, I had to make a few rolls.
That's never good.
Let Grizz finish her rolls before we
All right,
see what we're supposed to do.
Before you move into this area, this brown right here, that is all more swamp, basically more thick water you can't see anything in.
Ah.
So you see all this brown?
Hector!
You now seem to be on a slight path of some sort.
Hector, we got a place for you that you need to come look at.
Alright, so what do you need to roll for this bridge?
Nothing. We're just crossing the bridge.
Okay. What do you need to look at?
Yeah, go walk into that brown stuff, please.
I'm good.
Damn. Okay, continuing on.
If it's brown, get out of town. That's what I would say.
Oops.
I'm going to untie the rope from the tree and move across onto the path.
Okay. And give me a minute because I just spotted something that's not supposed to be there.
Just needs to.
Oops. Yeah, hold on. I'm moving stuff on the token. 1 second.
See the rope?
Sorry, only caught a bit of that.
If you could tie the rope to this tree too.
Sure.
I'm gonna throw the rope towards my bone claw.
If that bone claw damages the rope, I will be unhappy, especially because you lost yours.
Hmm.
But I trust the artificer will have rope as well. It seems like a well-prepared individual.
Let's see. Listen check doesn't seem to do anything because the water's apparently clogging up your senses. Whisper. Basically, you're gonna have to decide what you want to do with the information before I reveal. It's a -5 to that jump because of the nutrients.
Does he make it across the jump?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. Hold on.
I don't think so.
Hmm.
Because -5 to that is 50. It is 16, and therefore I think
Yeah,
it gets
that's
to
where
Okay.
you get
16.
about there. The bone claw smacks a bit of the bank and then starts sliding back into the murky water.
It does have the rope though.
Did you throw the rope to it or bring the rope back
Yeah.
to it? Is that what you said? Okay.
Yeah, I did.
Then it has you can use a strength check to see how well it's pulling itself out
Could I
versus
roll?
the
Could I
tree
run,
that it's going against.
Can
could
we
I
assist?
run up and see and help with the strength check also?
I'm also gonna have Dagoff over here, so you gotta like hold on to the tree and the rope.
Hector, are you gonna do anything with that spot check that I whispered to you?
Yeah. Well, after we get the bone claw out, yes.
The bone claw keeps sliding back towards the water.
Can we assist?
No.
Yes, you can.
Have Dagoff do a stream. Help.
Dagoth basically keeps the tree from falling apart. Hector, basically, you managed to stop him from falling any further back. Squiddy, the same.
Sweet.
But the Bone Claw still looks like he's going to fall into there. Bone Claw can't make another roll right now. Hector, are you going to do anything with that knowledge check? I mean, sorry, with that spot check.
Yeah. While I have the bone claw from stop draining down, I know to Sarah that we have movement south and east of us, and we gotta get him out fast before whatever's there comes and initiates.
Yeah, you guys are currently making a lot of noise.
So, do you want me to re-roll that strength check, or?
No, I said that's it. You can't roll that second strength check that soon. You already rolled the strength check. It was 13. You can't re-roll it.
Then what do I roll for it to get out of the damn water, Grizz?
You're gonna have to hold on and wait because, as I said, Hector is telling you something.
He already did, though.
And what is your response to it?
I said, okay. And then he said, we need to get it out quick, then.
Can you bring the shadow back to us?
What do the
Sarah?
rest of you guys do?
I want to make it clear that I think that Sarah should bring the shadow back to us.
Mythos? Yuki?
Alright, I'm on watch for those shapes coming after us, since my strength isn't exactly going to be helpful with this dragging a bone claw out.
Okay, the shadow's back to us.
Okay. Black Arrow's getting ready to fight. Let's see. Valencia?
I cast Mage Armor on myself.
Alright, so... Okay, now we can go back to helping Bone Claw again. Bone Claw can roll for strength.
Just need to note my spell. Yep. Bone Claw doesn't have plus 11 strength anyway.
Alright, the
Mine
Bone Claw
gets enhancements.
starts to pull itself back out. Now it's up on the shore. A couple of leeches, not leeches, a couple of eel-like things slither off of it and fall back into the water. Actually, does it have any blood or anything like that in it?
No, just a little bit of flesh.
Well, there's leeches trying to cling to the flesh, but they quickly fall off. The Bokla does have mud and silt and the other stuff like that covering the lower half of its body, though. But no longer anything moving on it, at the very least.
Yeah, we need to get you dry cleaned. Or you have actually give for the Bone Club to have that much strength, I also get bonuses. Just so you know.
Is that like Corpse Crafter?
Yeah.
You didn't craft this thing, did you?
Yeah. And then the Dread Necromancer
She did.
plus...
She performed a ritual and created a bone claw.
Oh, nice.
Took damage for it, but it's totally worth.
Yep.
Good thing I can heal myself off of negative energy. What my touch is.
Lich loved. Right. Are the things still getting closer?
Oh, yeah.
Move
Halt!
away from the...
Who goes here?
We're the good guys. Wink. Do they buy it?
Are you citizens?
Citizens of where?
Darkhaven, where else do you think?
I didn't know if you had some kind of tiny principality here.
There is no principality inside Darkhaven.
I don't know. You guys are, like, living in the middle of unclaimed territory.
We are citizens.
It's
Paul.
unincorporated. It's not unclaimed. It still belongs to the east and south. It's just that they don't have a province over it because the area is shared by both of them. So
Yes, we are
Ignore that.
citizens. We're just trying to get past and help one of my undead get out of the water.
the lizard folk kind of glare at you, Sarah, and avert their eyes away from you, looking over at Yuki and Valencia.
Valencia will wave at them.
Are you citizens or are you not?
Yeah,
Why?
this
This
is-
is what I'm doing. Why you keep doing?
I just said we are, but okay.
They appear to be ignoring you, Sarah.
wow.
Right
Rude.
before you bring this foul creature with you.
Hey, I'm not that bad.
Not you. They
Oh,
point at the bone claw and they point at Sarah.
I'm not in charge of them.
As you see, I'm the leader of this party, and how dare you speak to me that way?
Shut up, foul wench!
Excuse me, little lizard?
Ooh.
You will not be talked to by a foul witch anytime soon. Sorry, what did I call it? I guess foul witches have to.
Either treat me with respect
I
or
had a
be
better
puppets.
Again, they're ignoring you.
We've come to slay a creature that's been disruptive in this region.
Sorry, what did you say, Yuki? I apologize.
We've come to slay a creature that's been disruptive in this region.
What creature?
I explain what the person had told to us about the creature being disruptive and everything else.
I will describe what I know that a grey render looks like.
It's
Sure.
purple.
I have a suspicion this is going to go badly. They tend to protect tribes, so I believe I mentioned that, didn't I?
Yeah, but these guys look like weak assholes. I mean, I'm not saying that out loud. I'm whispering it to Mike, but still.
You know, like weak assholes that a big thing might protect. So
This
I
one seems to
mean,
be walking off at this point.
Wow.
Are you going to do anything to stop it while this one goes back to facing you?
all right. I
Yuki, I think it's time for you to,
So,
Right.
my real question before I do what I'm about to do, are we going to slaughter this place, or are we
I have
going
a bad
to try and
feeling.
be friendly?
Up to you guys.
I have a bad feeling about this place too, and I have a bad feeling they're not going to let us. But if
I
you
think
want,
we
we could
should-
play it out.
I think we should at least wait for diplomatic relations to break down before we do anything.
The funny thing is, I'm the diplomancer.
Well, yeah.
Oh, the diplomancer
I mean, you're
that
very
they all
charismatic.
I don't think that's a good idea.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember what's book, movie, or video game or television show had the characters talking about diplomatic relations breaking down, and then there was a gunfight and said, "Yep, that's diplomatic relations breaking down." What was it?
Probably Firefly.
Oh, now I remember. Of course, it was the Star Wars Episode 1.
Ah,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, of course.
ugh.
Sure.
It's
we'll
just been a
go.
while since I've seen that because it's not the greatest.
See, I reckon that one is going off to get his superiors, or her superiors, actually. I mean, lizard folk don't have tits, and therefore I can't tell which gender is which.
And they have clothing on, so it's not like you can see any other bits.
Exactly, and it's
Yeah,
very
that's-
rude to reach into their pouches. Very rude. It's where they keep their
So-
genitals.
Hector, you might want to get up here too. Just in case. You might get new chew toys.
So you have decided not to do anything with this one, and this one vanishes behind some trees. and
No. I actually had an intention of what to do, and I'm just waiting for everyone to stop talking.
Then Hector, you need to move back to where you were. There you go. So Yuki, what were you gonna do?
Oh, I was gonna teleport right behind them and stun them with my blade.
All right. Well, before
Oh,
you
that
can do
one.
that, everybody has to roll initiative.
There goes our
Uh-huh.
negotiations.
Initiative falls after I do my.
Jesus
Stunt, though.
Christ!
Really? Does that actually say that in the text?
It would be surprise before initiative.
Okay.
It's,
So let's just see if it even works.
I was not ready at all.
I was
if
slightly
that-
ready.
If that hits, all they has to do is roll better than a 24.
on the character sheets. Stats, weapons.
So if you want initiative, you should click on your mini, and then it'll turn up to the top left with a little box saying initiative. if your mini is properly built.
It's
Oh
probably
wow. So that particular one is stunned for 2 turns.
You know what?
So it would be that instead of that.
Oops, wrong one.
7 initiative mod. You got a belt of battle or something?
Actually.
Ah,
That wasn't the right thing for that one. I was using the wrong sheet.
I mean, a 20 would almost certainly hit him if you're coming from invis.
So if you click on your icon, you can type in your health, you can type your name, and we can all see what you have.
Do you guys see names when you're looking at the initiative sheet, or do you just see blanks with
I
a
don't-
picture?
I only
see
see
some
mine.
names.
I only see Yuki and Sarah. They should be able to add their own into the characters. All they have to do is select it and hit the little.
I see
gear
Valencia,
icon.
Yuki, and Sarah.
I don't see Valencia. That's for another time.
Alright, let me know when your initiative turn is done. I just need to add something first, real quick, to the experience calculator, so I know when I start deleting, if I have to start deleting bodies, how many were actually here to begin with. 2 of you are level 9, correct?
Yes.
Yep.
And the other 3 of you are all level 8.
Yep.
This many party members, you might not be able to defeat something that I have coming. Well, we'll see. You can always run away.
We've got some tricks up our sleeves.
Yeah. Okay, so we have these guys down here, who are this many levels. At least I now know better than to leave it open on the same thing. That will help. Actually, with that many, that should probably at least be a that. Okay, we have 2 for that. Yeah, give me 1 second to finish filling out this CR thing on the calculator so I don't miss it. Oh, yeah, well that should also be like that. And that's that many of them. And then we have one of those. Yeah, okay.
So my question to you, Grizz, before you do that, what I just did, the other guy doesn't even know what's going on until he turns.
If you turn.
So if the rest of them are actually within range and can see that happening, none of them should be able to be in the initiative.
I have initiative needed for other things because other things are moving around at the same time.
There weren't the only
Okay.
ones there, remember? There was vision on the east also. Movement in the east.
Now I am counting into things that we cannot see past the blackness
Yeah.
that we would be able to see. At least my little area.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Sorry, I forgot to fix that. Stupid turn out. Go over here. Reveal areas.
You should be using blind sight. You could be able to see a lot better at that.
Yeah.
I'll use that when the time is right.
All right. Yeah, that should help. Okay, so
Yeah,
Daga
that
gets
works.
to go first.
Footstep. So I guess we're killing them.
So did you actually hit and effectively stun that lizard?
Well, Grizz rolled for it and got stunned, so apparently I hit with a 20.
Yep.
Cool.
Character sheet. Boom. Sorry if I sound nasally. I have a thing that's stopping the blood.
Gotcha.
Oh, that's a crit. Let me confirm it.
Yep.
And let me mark. 61 damage.
61.
Let's have a look.
Bloody chunks, some of which fall into the water. Hold on. Yeah, that thing it basically explodes into bloody chunks, some of which fall into the waters over here and here.
I'll show you who's a witch.
Got a +3 greatsword. Nice.
Yeah, I spent money.
Yeah. 48 damage, so it's like huge sized.
Yeah, and the sword, it also has enchantments on it.
Gotcha.
Greater Shadow.
Just to be aware, we do have our stuff from the original campaign.
Yep. Yeah,
Which
well,
is why
let them
I-
basically import their characters.
Which is why I have 2+3 Masterwork Ninja 2s.
Gotcha.
So I couldn't figure out how to do anything more with that campaign because everything had gotten too much off the rails. But I liked the characters, liked all the stuff they'd acquired, so I just erased their backstory, erased everything that they, episodic memories or sort of thing, imported them into this game, let them keep all their equipment.
Okay, does that hit his touch?
Sorry, I couldn't see your shadow. You're gonna have to move it
It
right
was
next to it. I can't see. Okay, see, you need to actually write before you roll what you're doing because I can't tell just from looking at your rolls here.
yeah.
That's a charge
Yeah.
attack, I presume.
No, it's a 16. Just touch attack.
Yes, it does.
I just need to do. It takes 2 strength damage.
Okay. Bone Claw. Just remember, you're you're in terms of speed, you are hampered by the mud.
But it still has its range.
Yeah.
Just needs to move like 3 squares.
Let's see. He has a total of 2. It can't even make full attack. $25 for 26 damage.
Okay.
Then Yuki's turn.
Yuki, what would you like to do?
Capture him, Yuki.
Let's see what I got.
Fucking DDT that man. He's stunned. You need to follow up with a finishing wrestling move.
I'm gonna take my rope and tie it around him.
You have to be actually move your character up there so I can
He's-
see where you were.
She's right here.
Oh, unless you're talking about the berserker.
No, right here.
Okay. So I thought you were talking about the
Here.
one that okay, so you're doing that to the stunned one.
Yeah, I'm gonna tie him.
Okay.
That's my full turn.
Sarah.
Activate my cyclic charge. Burning blood. Fort save.
On which one?
Berserker.
That's not a berserker.
This thing. Don't
That's
know
a
what it is.
That's a shaman.
On the shaman. Fuck the shaman. Fails. And now it takes... acid one.
What'd you say?
It takes a total of that damage. The 2 is fire, the 3 is acid.
Okay, so it takes 5 damage, is what you're saying.
Yep, and it can no longer make a standard action. And it needs to roll a fortitude save in order to move.
Alright. Okay, that one's currently tied up and can't do anything anyway.
All right.
Hold on 1 second.
Oh no!
Let's see if they hit it.
An archer steps out of the darkness and starts shooting arrows out of the mooncloth.
Oh, it's in range. It's doing an attack?
Yep.
Okay, it provokes because it's in range of the bone claw.
Wait, how's that in range of the bone claw? Hold on.
20-foot
It's got-
range.
It's got long claws.
Okay.
It was heading towards the 30 foot, sorry.
It's because you moved right there.
Okay. I thought I was moving within 30-foot range of that thing. I'm sorry. It's not going to move within 20 feet. It only needs to go to within 30 feet because it was 40 feet before.
Okay, let's see the range. See the attack.
Who's the GM here? I'm the GM here, so please stop saying stuff like that. Alright, it misses. Mythos.
I'll throw a classy magic missile at that archer over there.
You're ready.
Classy.
I'll laugh if it does 1 point.
15
Missile.
damage.
So
How
what
come
makes
you
it?
got cast level 9?
I've got an item that lets me cast enhanced spell, which is +2 to caster level as a swift action.
Awesome.
Gotcha.
So what makes it classy? Does it grow red as you get closer?
Sure.
It's a little mustache.
Ugh, still has boiling blood. I always roll bad. Valencia.
I'm going to turn into a troglodyte, I think. Sounds like a good move. A troglodyte being like a lizard man, but slightly different.
Yeah.
Can you transform into a platypus instead?
Unfortunately, no, it has to be a humanoid.
No! Platypus Man! You can turn into Platypus Man!
Alas, there are no stats for... there's probably stats for were platypi, but I don't think that they count as humanoid for this purpose.
Run it.
Yeah, unfortunate. I use Alter Self to do that.
I mean, you could always turn into Aquaman. He's part mammal, part whale, part whatever the fuck.
And he controls Cthulhu, everyone knows. As an aquatic monster, Cthulhu is under his control. It's a dang shame.
That is an awesome thought.
Yeah, so I cast Alter Self on myself.
Do anything else or just alter self?
I could move up. Do you guys want me to move up? I think
Yeah.
you guys have it handled, as far as I can tell.
You do you, boo boo.
I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's my turn done.
Yeah, I imagine so.
Pardon?
I said yes, unless you wish to make an... Sorry. Yes, it is. Sorry.
No, I can't cast a spell and make an attack.
Hector.
Alright, hold on. I had it here somewhere. Bum bum bum. Where you at? I wanna use sound burst. It's a standard
Yeah.
action.
Is it a target specific or is it an area? Or is it an area?
It's a close range target specific, I guess. And it has a 10-foot radius spread.
Okay.
It has a saving throw of partial fortitude.
Which character? Where? The problem is, I need to know where you're doing this.
I'm trying to see what my range is. It's 25 plus 5 feet per level, so I could hit it with the archer.
And okay, I'll put up a quick order around it just to see what's the radius around it. And you said 25-foot radius or 30-foot radius?
It's a 10 feet radius, but it's a 25 feet range plus 5
Okay.
feet per level, per 2 levels. So I got enough to hit it.
Yes. I just wanted to see if there was anything else around it that would also be hit.
It's gonna be a 1d8, and you can do a saving throw for the stun.
What's the saving throw? Is it will or fort?
It's a fort, but it only stays against the stun, not from the damage.
Why do I keep rolling so low?
Some
And what's the effects?
You're stunned
How many
for
rounds?
1 round. 1 round.
If they're stunned, it means they drop whatever they're holding, including their bow.
Alright.
So pretty much I just go, and I do a little movement and stuns them.
Dagoth, it's your turn then. That was an awesome move on that, stunning someone else.
Hmm. Now, what is his full move? Okay. Yep, in range. Boom. Yeah. It's gonna say hello. And then just bash him in the face.
That's rude. He can't do nothing. He's stunned.
You won't feel it. Everyone knows that they don't have, like, they can't feel pain.
He's stunned, not paralyzed. There's a difference.
They're like fish. Lizards are like fish, right?
They think that fish don't feel pain, they do.
Attack for 35 for 31 damage.
Yikes. Well, it's dead.
Woo, diplomacy.
Hey, this diplomacy is working out quite well.
Isn't that your favorite diplomacy?
No, my favorite
Val-
diplomacy is
Val and Greater Shadow, give me a spot check.
That's what I have to say about spot checks.
Spot check for the Greater Shadow.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just checking my sheet. Oh yeah, +0.
Greater Shadow failed. In that one.
Yeah, neither
Two-
of them saw anything. Okay.
And that one on a skill check doesn't auto fail.
Alright, there's another lizard archer. This one fires off at Dagoth. I roll the crappiest rolls ever.
And you weren't going to hit him with a +4 anyway.
Yeah, even with a nat 20, that still wouldn't have hit.
You and Yuki kind of switched dice this time around.
Greater Shadow.
Still need to do his attack, my bad. I just already automatically rolled for the strength damage.
By the way, a net 20 on a roll will actually do what it needs to do.
Yeah, that is the ruling, and that is what we've been going with. So you can't just
That's
say
a
no,
standard
okay.
D&D 3.5.
No, you're wrong. I'm afraid.
Yes,
And
and
the
that
G-
20 always works.
And GM has
Okay,
ruled
does
that
that
it
hit
does
the
work.
touch?
That has always
That's
worked.
fair enough.
Does
Fair
that
enough.
hit the
But
touch?
that's not what the rules
Which
in the
one
book
are you
say.
hitting?
The one that's right in front of it.
Thank you. Yes, it does hit the touch.
7 strength away.
Let's see if that's getting rid of all of its strength yet. Nope, it still has some strength. It's not completely drawn to the ground yet. Bone Claw.
Boom.
Just be careful of the muddy water there.
At least my nose stopped bleeding now. $35 for 25.
Okay. Yuki, what would you like to do?
1 sec. Okay, so just go ahead and mark him with being tied up, Grizz.
This other one that the shadow's facing is no threat, so it's gonna let them know.
Okay.
What do you mean it's no threat?
It's
It's
got
gonna be
boiling
no
blood.
threat. Yep.
Yeah, but he can get over that, right?
No. It lasts 9 rounds, and he needs to
Oh,
do a
yeah.
successful fort in order to move.
Yeah, I vaguely remember that actually.
So Yuki, what would you like to do? You just standing there over this guy, or
No, give me a sec.
Boiling Blood's a Player's Handbook 2 spell, right?
And unless I see something, I can't do much more.
No. Where is Boiling Blood in? Ah, it's a complete mage spell. Actually, what circle is the Boiling Blood spell you're using?
Huh?
What level is the spell?
4th.
Yeah, it's not that one. Because I remember Boiling Blood turns up twice in 3.5.
Yeah, it does.
Which book is the one you're using from? If you
Complete
don't mind my
Arcana.
asking. Okay, gotcha. It's not like Blood to Acid or something.
No, it says Burning Blood.
Burning Blood, there we are. Sorry, I kept thinking Boiling Blood. That's why I meant. Yeah.
So how did that guy survive? Somebody dragged him?
what are you doing?
Oh no, there's this After Earth movie that's playing.
Well, I'm waiting for Yuki. Yuki, what are you doing?
Black, how are you there?
Yeah, what's up?
It's your
We're
turn.
waiting for you.
Oh, do I see anything past this
Oh.
1-inch portion?
That's- And by the way, Sarah, your Greater Shadow doesn't have anything on its character sheet.
Yeah, I remember I have 2 of them.
I
I
only
have
see. There's only one on here.
Yeah, I have 2 of them, but I have the other one on a Mythweaver sheet.
I need to be able to see them in order to do certain stuff. So you need to make sure this is filled out, or else you can't actually use it in combat.
Well, you never gave me 2 sheets.
They're supposedly the same, aren't they?
Yeah.
Well, then you use one sheet for both of them. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't see too much past there. There's that one archer up there. Okay. Sarah, what would you like to do?
She's gonna drink some tea now.
Okay. Alright.
Because I don't know what's around me, so.
Okay, so this one's shakes off its stun, but finds it's now tied up and growls slightly. Doesn't seem to have anything else to do, though. This archer's dead. Mythos.
Alright, I guess I'll just scooch you up a bit and then attack this other archer back there, kind of near the bone claw.
This one?
More magic missiles.
Okay.
Is anything good before we run into that gray render?
You scorch its scales and it shrieks in pain, but it still stays upright.
I don't know, Mythos, that's like a less classy version of your last magic missile. I don't know.
Oh,
but,
it's like less than half. I don't know.
like, I mean, basically, you're going to need to
You
try
just can't be
harder.
classy all the time. I mean,
Alright, you're gonna have to give me a moment for this one. I have to calculate something. Okay. Alright, okay, got that. This is gonna take me a minute. Oops, that didn't do anything. Hold on. And one more second. And at this point, I need to reorder the turn order thing, and move us down to 9. Okay.
Oh no, reinforcements.
This one still can't move.
Dun dun dun.
Takes another damage, doesn't he?
Yeah.
How much damage?
2d8.
Alright. There's a sudden huge amount of movement coming from the water, and something starts coming up out of the water. Anybody who wants to see it, who's close to the water ledge over towards the greater shadow, can roll spot now. Everyone else, you have no idea what's going on over there.
I'm near the greater shadow.
am I near the greater shadow?
Am I close enough? I'm like 3 steps away.
What
You
about
should be
me?
close enough. And Sarah, yeah, you should. Considering you're sitting there drinking tea, you should be seeing the water movement.
I rolled a natural 1.
Valencia, you're looking in the other direction when this is going on.
Sure.
Please don't fail my spot check.
Spot check, right?
I failed.
Jesus Christ, my spot check, I can see the world.
Yep.
Okay, I'm just going to type to the people who actually saw it. Sarah, you're still sipping your tea. Maybe your eyes are closed in ecstasy as the water starts to rise. Only Hector and Mythos are seeing this. Hold on, my cat's on my keyboard. Off the keyboard, Lyra, please. I need to type.
I'm going to start editing the macros for my skills, I think. So that they don't automatically whisper.
There we go. Actually, it's probably better if they whisper. It's just easier to.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Hector and Mythos, you've now been told what you're looking at, or what you see from where you are. What do you say? You're allowed to speak as you
Hey guys, did someone lose their dog over here? It's multiple heads.
Did you just throw a Hydra at us? How many heads do you see?
I see lots of heads.
It's got to have more than 5 heads.
Probably
Hold
just
on,
some sort
I
of-
get to whisper to Hector and Mythos that many heads because they're the ones looking at it. They get to know. And it's going because it's round. It gets to attack. One of its heads has eaten the stunned shaman.
Dang. Well, I hope it attacks the shadow.
Oh fuck, you're correct, it can.
I tried my escape move, it does not work.
Well, it can try and attack the shadow. I don't think you can actually hit it.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's true.
But I also don't think it's very smart.
It might not even see the shadow, but it has a reach of 15 feet with its heads. So
Yeah.
yeah, can't quite hit Sarah. Darn it! But one of its heads is going to hit Hector. And Lyra, please stop doing that. You're cute when you're laying down. Yeah. She is very cute. I let her get away with shit. We can't hear you. I've got headphones on. Alright.
Trying to meow to the cat.
Anyway. Okay, first head has eaten the shaman. Let's see, a second head is now going for Hector. Where did my page go? There we go. Second head going for Hector. Mira, no. 32. And the dodge wouldn't work. What's your AC?
My AC is 26.
Plus 5. Hits you for 13 damage. Let's see, that's head number 2. Head number
All right.
Head number 3 also goes after Hector. 30 damage. That's 30. That hits. For an addition 7 damage.
So 20 damage from.
Alright. That was head number 3. Let's see. Head number 4 can reach Mythos. It is going for Mythos.
This looks dangerous. I'm gonna burn. I have an ability to use as an immediate action, teleport 10 feet. So I'm gonna just drop to John 10 feet back.
Okay, the fourth head snaps right as you right after you vanish, completely missing you. Head number 5 go after Valencia.
Oh dear.
That's a crit.
You need to confirm that, and you
fail.
don't.
10 damage.
Sure.
Head number 6 also goes after you.
Sure.
Now I'm rolling good. 14 damage.
Hey, I only see 5 heads. You need to add another head.
Actually got more heads than that. That's just
Yeah,
the
it's
best
got way
token I
more
could find.
Okay, so I
How
take
many heads
24
there?
total, so I'm down to 30 hit points. Okay.
Alrighty. What other things does each have?
How many heads does it have?
You have to ask the 2 people who were able to count in time.
Look, I don't even know what I'm being attacked by. I rolled a natural 1.
Yeah,
Got
you're
10
basically attacking
heads.
from behind, so you don't see it. And other unknown amount of heads are attempting to possibly eat the shadow, but they completely miss, so it really doesn't matter. 1 or 2 of the heads are finishing munching on the shaman that was at the edge of the water. Okay. Now I have another roll. Come here. Where are you? Token lair. Okay, there we go. Ah! Sorry, trying to hold a cat in one arm and move in the other. Okay, that turns over. You're right. Stop standing on my keyboard. Thank you. Archer. And now it's Val's turn again. Bunchia.
Okay, I'm going to defensively cast Mirror Image, I think, because I'm being eaten by a Hydra, and it's bad time. So I'm going to step back here as a 5-foot
When
step.
is there a good time to be eaten by a Hydra?
Look, if the Hydra, if you know the Hydra well and you trust it to eat you, then sexual innuendo. I don't know.
Also,
I had
Wednesday.
to ask.
it's always good on Wednesday.
Okay, let me just check my concentration. So I need to make a concentration check to cast defensively. I get +4 on top of this because I have combat casting, which is a feat that specifically works when I'm doing exactly what I'm doing right now. DC is, 15 plus twice circle? So 19?
Mm-hmm. I believe so.
Yeah, so I successfully get to cast Mirror Image. That makes a bunch of mirrors of myself and such. I'm going to roll to see how many.
Ups your damage.
No, unfortunately not.
I mean, not damage. Ugh. Ups your dexterity. I was going for a D word, and suddenly my brain latched onto damage rather than dex.
Not really. It gives me 6 copies, basically. Anytime somebody attacks me, they have a 1 in, now 7 chance of actually hitting me. In melee. If somebody throws a fireball at me, I'm effed anyway. But that is my turn.
Yeah, AoEs will completely disperse mirror image. Archer.
But I hope that this is not a pyro or cryo hydra. That would suck.
Yeah. I
Well,
don't
it can be
like
pyro because it came out the water. It can be pyro.
Yeah, and it's probably not cold enough for a cryo hydra.
Yeah, it's only a temperate marsh. Hector!
Right, I'll be back in a moment.
Alright, can I do a listen check to see Occupy's heart?
That won't work on a Hydra.
That wouldn't work on Hydra?
Nope, won't work on a Hydra.
I thought that was the only way to kill Hydra, so take out his heart.
Let's see, what did the book say? I was gathering from what I was reading on the Hydra that you couldn't do that sort of thing.
Well, if you really want to get technical, you can't truly kill a Hydra. Only Hercules can.
Well, I was going through my standard mythical creature knowledge, which is the Hydra's heart. It's just where to kill it.
The fast healing would basically prevent that, is what I was figuring.
The fast healing replenishes his head and anything else.
It-
Cut off.
Yeah, but it also heals the body. That's what the book says.
Okay.
So no in the heart. Alright. I'm gonna step back one because I'm pretty injured now, and I won't cast. Where is it at?
What's your villain?
No, I was gonna cast something real quick. I forgot. I can't find it. I usually Searing Light. It's a ranged spell. It does a 1d8 damage. It's a ranged touch.
So do your touch attack.
I'll do my touch attack. What did I roll for touch attack, Sarah?
Huh?
What did I roll for touch attack?
Is it ranged or is it melee?
It's a
If
ranged touch.
Then do your range attack.
Yeah, it hits. Where's your damage? Or what is the effect?
It's a 1d8.
It just does damage?
Yeah, it's just that.
Okay.
Yeah, it does damage, but it does bonus damage against undead.
Okay.
No, that's what caster level are you doing that at?
Level
It's
3.
1d8 per 2 caster levels.
Is it 1d8 per console?
He can cast level 3 spells, that's what he's saying.
Oh, it's 1d8 per 2 caster levels. So that means that's 1. I do 2 more?
Yeah.
You'd basically be rolling I should have rolled a 3d8.
I'll roll 2d8 right now for the rest of the part.
That'll work. So it's minus another 6. And it's now Dagger's turn.
I keep having a giant box around me.
It's not gonna care for the AOL, but... So Hydra's heads could each individually do an AOL?
But you're gonna have to do a roll for roll a knowledge check for that.
Oh no, it's just that he's moving in their attack radius.
Oh, that's right, Dagger. Yeah, you're right. There it is. So that means, yeah, each of them can do that. Well, that's a good way of counting the heads, anyway.
Yeah.
Tell me, what's his armor level again?
His AC is 38.
Okay. Alright. And what will Dagoth do?
Attack. But I hit you as how many heads you sent after us?
10.
Mm-hmm.
It's an appropriate challenge rating, I would guess.
It is.
For your level, yeah.
Just a 9. As Nigel Thornberry. That is a 22 hit.
Yes. You're up. Okay. There's Archer over here, aims and fires towards Yuki. Tormira. Huh. Completely misses, drops its bow.
He got scared by Hydra.
Greater Shadow, what would you like to do?
Yeah, it's not gonna like it. It ate its prey, so it's gonna do a touch attack. Can I roll that? Does that hit the touch AC?
Yes.
Track 2 strength.
2 strength. Alrighty.
I really wish Shadows had 2 attacks.
I haven't cast haste yet.
Ow.
I'm such an idiot. I could have Dag. Oh my god, Dagoth could do it.
What?
Since he's evolved, he could use haste as a spell-like ability.
Is it on individual or on multiple targets?
It's it could be on multiple targets,
Only affecting undead or affecting everybody?
affecting anything that's an ally towards him.
Okay.
But I haven't. But it's already past his turn, so I can't do it.
Okay.
Yeah, the bigger threat is this thing over here. So
Where is... I think my cat stole my pen.
Oh, does Dagoth have? Did Dagoth roll haste on his
No,
special
not
attack?
no, that's what I was bummed about. I forgot to do it.
Well, no. Like when you create an evolved undead, he only gets one of the 12 different.
Yeah,
spell abilities?
I was able to. Yeah, I rolled for haste.
Oh, gotcha.
I was rolling for the unholy smite, but I didn't get lucky.
There you go. Found something to hit with.
23 for 25.
I didn't
For
put.
the-
It wasn't the bone claw's turn yet, so please wait until I actually move things, because I was looking for a pen. So the bone claw is attacking 23 for 25. What's it hitting though? It has 20 feet range.
Yes.
Okay. Those are folks. Oh, it's mine guy. I hate when these things don't want to move. Yuki,
Yes.
it's your turn.
Ah, I see 2 of them are actually tied up.
I think that one dropped its bow.
That one dropped its bow. That's just indicate that it currently doesn't have a weapon.
I think the Hydra is the more dangerous opponent.
Well, no, I'm not looking that direction. I just know there's a lot of noise behind me. And I see other things.
All right.
Do you have trees on here?
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. I'm just gonna come over here and kill him. Or try. 1 of the 2.
Should be easy enough. Come here, you stupid thing. And it's dead. You've reduced it into small bloody chunks on the ground.
The Hydra?
You got the
No,
No, the
artificer.
archer.
Don't know how, but okay.
Because they're only like 2 or 3 hit dice.
Yeah, it was almost dead when you hit it.
It did survive.
Oh,
It did
another pen.
survive the hit from the bone claw.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see here. It's just one single attack, and... Oh! Okay. Okay. I'm gonna go this direction and finish my turn.
Alrighty.
Ooh, another archer.
And Sarah, it's now your turn.
Yeah, I'm gonna use one more thing of my circlet. Burning blood.
Of course.
Rolled a fort. Fuck this Hydra. Watch it succeed.
Oh, that's
Its
right.
fortitude's
Well,
probably
for
pretty
the-
good.
Seven.
No, it fails.
That's a D10.
Really? Oh,
damn.
you're right.
Aw, you
That was
made
for
me
something
happy
else
for
entirely.
nothing.
You can still roll a 5. Yeah.
Oh, it still failed. It can no longer do standards.
This turn, it can't do a standard.
Yeah. For 9 rounds.
Or rather, it can
9
only take
rounds.
move actions.
No.
Every round it needs to make a save. If it fails the save, it loses the ability to do anything but a move action and takes 2d8 damage.
Okay.
Then
Is your oh, that's right. You still have another turn. It's your stupid circlet.
I love that circlet.
Is that the circlet of rapid casting?
Yes,
I don't think that does that. It does what you think it does.
it does.
I should do some research.
I
on
had
that.
Anciano.
Are you
Oh,
willing
that's right.
to?
Anciano explained that. Did that. Okay, that's right. That's why I accepted that. As Anciano said.
What else could I cast? 'Cause
Circlet of
I don't
rapid
want to
casting.
run us. I do not want to use.
I would have sworn something like a circuit of record casting should basically prevent anything that causes a duration. You know,
I only
doesn't
I only
take
have
more than a
3.
turn.
I only have 3 charges of it.
Yeah, but you use all 3 when you cast that last time.
Yeah. Wait, how many charges does it take to cast Boiling Blood?
3.
But it
And how
counts as
many-
my level 2 spell
How
because
many?
of my
How
my
many
advanced
slot,
learning.
How many slots does your circlet have?
It only has 3.
You already cast Burning Blood before on the Shaman. How did you cast it again on the Hydra? With the circlet, both times.
Because from my advanced learning, I counts as my level 2 spell.
It would still have burned up at least 2 slots in your circlet. You can't do half slots in a circlet.
Level 2 spells count as 1 slot.
Sure,
But
but how
it
do you get a
has-
4th circle spell as a level 2 spell?
Anciano. Then. But if you want, you could just switch it to my standard.
Yeah,
I
if
can
we're
still
gonna go with
cast
we're gonna go with your standard action on that.
Okay.
Okay, that guy's tied up. Can't do anything. Mythos, what would you like to do?
Alright, does the Bone Claw have pretty high DPS? I can cast a haste on it now.
It does.
I have a haste. It does have haste already? Or
No, it does do DPS.
haste be a good choice? You're
Yeah, then it gets
Yeah.
3 attacks.
Haste
a
isn't,
full
a
round.
s- haste isn't a single target spell. Unless your version is.
haste. I'm pretty.
If it has special instructions, then go with the special instructions.
Level. I didn't see that before. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, Bone Claw. Melee. This. I'm not sure who's who yet, really, but
You probably want the undead that are adjacent
Yeah.
to the thing to get haste as well.
yeah, I'll cast it on those, and then
You
You're
cast,
gonna
Gosh,
start
how do
doing
you-
Daga.
you're casting it as an 8th circle spell, so just give it to pretty much everyone, right? 1, 2, 3. Sorry, an 8th level spell effect.
yeah,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, if you just hit everybody.
yeah, yeah. I'll just blast haste on everybody then.
Woo!
Good job, everybody. Let's take it down faster, I guess.
We love haste.
Great, now you're all using the damn boots. Now I gotta change mine. I'm just gonna go with the wings. And how many turns do we have haste for?
8 rounds, or no, 10 rounds.
So in other words, 3 or 9 for the time being. Just leave it on for that for now.
So even me and Hector have haste.
Yes.
Is that the only thing, the extent of your turn with us?
Yeah, I can't really do much else.
Okay. It is now the archer's turn. Where we go? There we go. Can't reach anybody from there. There's a folk berserker. Let's see. There's a folk shaman. Just need to look something up real quick. Oops, sorry. Cat is standing on keyboard. I think she just closed out my window. No, she just minimized it. Ah. Nope, she closed it. You're up. Off the window and no trying to bat my hair. There you go. Sorry about that. I gotta love cats. Loading, loading, loading. Hello, turn order. Okay. We were at, let's see. Ah, down to 7, okay. One second. Stupid turn order. My stupid turn order reordered itself. Okay, we're at this guy. Let's see, I was here. Too far, too far. Okay. Unfortunately, that one can't get all the way over there in time. Okay, it's the Hydra's turn, which means it's time for another fort save, which was the 12, I believe. Hold on. Let's pull that character sheet back up. Lyra, what are you doing? $24 save.
That still fails.
What is the DC on that?
25.
Okay. So we can only move, correct?
Yeah.
Alright.
Still don't know how you have plus 11 charisma.
The Hydra
modifier.
sinks back down into the water. And it moves
Just
away. You
go
see
with it.
slight ripples.
I'd love a plus 11 int modifier.
Yeah, her spells go off of charisma.
Yeah.
It's also why she's the diplomatic one.
Have you got spell focus necromancy as well then?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Valencia, your turn.
Oh, I'm no longer being fucking swallowed by a freaking hydra. So good.
Damn right when I was about to die too.
It's fine. I guess I should go and fight these freaking lizard folk.
Correct.
Right, I'm gonna charge. I'm going to charge this guy and draw my +1 falchion. I'm at +9 because I'm charging. +10 because I've got haste. Anything else I'm missing? I don't think so. 17 is within the threat range of the falchion. So I'm going to roll to confirm. Does an 18 hit it?
1 second. You're ordering the Berserker. I have to pull up that character sheet too. Darn it. I closed all of my character sheets when that thing closed. I hate when that happens. Oh yeah, that definitely hit it.
Okay, so I crit it.
It screams and you crit it.
I'm probably not going to kill it. 1 second. +3, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, it's only 16 damage.
Yeah, I was thinking, well, there's 16 damage. Folk Archer. Alright, this one fires an arrow off at you. Probably for hitting its companion over there. $16, does that hit your AC?
Me?
Yes, sorry.
No.
Alright, so it skids right past you. Hector Lab.
Shadow?
Yes, I'm here. Alright, so the Hydra's gone. It's hiding or is it left? We don't know.
It disappeared into the water. Withdrew using a move action. The water is so murky you can't see it anymore.
Right, shit. I'm a level away from doing control water. Damn it. I want to use this time to use cure moderate wounds on myself. So it's 2d8 plus 1 per level. So I'm level 3 druid. So it'll be
Oh, I was reading reading the wrong text. I could have cast that from over there. Oh well. Sorry. So you're healing yourself. Yay!
So I gain 9 health. I'm up to 58.
Nice. Is that all you're doing this turn?
I move right there for combat reasons.
Okay. Dagoth.
Okay. Since that's plus 30 movement, instead of times 2.
There's a down tree in the way. You can't go.
Yeah, I
you can't
know.
charge right through there.
I'm not saying he's charging though. I'm just trying to see. And he's gonna person right there. The shaman looking guy.
Okay.
$29 for 22.
22 damage. Greater Shadow, what would you like to do?
The incorporeal.
Maybe don't send them in the middle because I can throw a fireball at a bunch of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, the swamp's damp enough. It shouldn't burn down the trees.
I'm not gonna have him directly under Sarah. I'm gonna have him just around Sarah. And that's the rest what it's gonna do.
Bone Claw.
That's 30. And he's got the roller. Okay. It's gonna attack the one straight down.
Okay. Yikes. Wow, 41 damage. It's gasping, bleeding. It seems to be almost dead. If it's about to fall over at any moment now.
Hey, do me a favor, could you leave that for me? I could use death now.
I think I'm going to
Okay.
go with this one's unconscious. I completely forgot about the unconscious state until I was playing in somebody else's game last night. That was, of course, that one's 5th edition. But then there was a debate about unconscious and how much hit points it has when it's unconscious.
Alright, I have a question. Death Knell says kills dying creature. You gain 1d8 temporary HP, plus 2 strength, and plus 1 level. Is the level permanent?
No,
It's temporary level?
temporary.
So normal rulings, what I see on the unconscious is negative hit points up to level 10 before death.
That would be on player characters.
NPCs might be different.
Unless they're main NPCs that progress with the storyline, normally they just die. But I really don't know about that.
Okay, so
It's a shame.
it's the shaman's turn.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want the actual rules? Or do you not mind?
That's up to Grizz.
That's fun.
So normally you are unconscious at negative hit points. You have a specific state of staggered at 0 hit points. You can go down to -9 and you're considered unconscious. If you're not stable, you're also considered dying. So that's when death knell hits. Undead and constructs and elementals don't have negative hit points. They die at 0. But everything else does have an unconscious state theoretically.
Okay. Everything but the shadow and the bone claw is in a radius of plants suddenly growing up from the ground and attempting to entangle your ankles. Reflex for partial.
Oh.
So everybody roll a reflex save.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Hey, that reflex. Let's go.
Mythos,
Yep.
you rolled fortitude.
Whoops.
Once your legs are completely ensnared, you can't move.
Dang it. Oh well.
It's not this shaman then that cast that spell.
Nope, it's a different shaman. Let's see. Sarah, Hector, Mythos. No, sorry, not Mythos. Sarah, Hector, Yuki, Mythos. Everybody else. You're at half speed at the moment. Where's Dagos roll?
No, he was affected. Okay. Roll.
Yeah, I said oh, wait. So never mind. Dagos down there. Don't forget about it. I forgot Dagos was down there, but everybody else was within the radius, except for the Bone Claw. Bone Claw and Dagos. Neither of them. Anyway.
I rolled really shitty.
Yeah, well, at least you're not ensnared. Valencia's the only one that's been ensnared.
Some days you roll a 4.
Well, haste
Yuki.
actually gives +1, just in case you were that close.
No.
No, not that close.
He rolled a 10.
Well, I'm almost certain that the DC is not 11.
Yuki,
No.
what would you like to do?
I'm just gonna move up and straight up attack this thing.
Alrighty.
I
Yeah.
really want to get away from this water
Really
red.
didn't do shit to it.
That does hit, in fact. 25 damage.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, and then I will send
They're
out
not
the-
wearing any actual armor.
Really? I thought they had natural armor.
They do. They unfortunately do not have they don't have good decks.
Apparently.
They're not really a
Serious.
threat.
Wow, I can't believe that second one actually hit.
Yeah. Second one seems to go up and dissolve in front of your eyes because of the acid. Archer. I suddenly realized something.
Oh no, more lizards.
This one comes out and fires an arrow over at Yuki.
I dodged.
Sarah, what would you like to do?
Well, since it just comes with the thing of haste, so I still move 30 feet. Down. And just to be annoying. Bane.
Where are you casting Bane?
Oh, Bane comes off of me.
Is that little black aura around you at the moment?
No.
Right back.
I need to change that. Let me make the other aura, which is for Bane.
Been like 60 feet or something.
Yeah.
How long does Bane last? And
9 minutes, and they do a will to negate it. DC will be
Which means everybody in the party also will need to roll.
No, it's for enemies.
Alright.
It doesn't do all that much.
DC 22.
Known enemies or unknown enemies too? Anything in the region?
And anything in the region.
Alrighty.
And -1 to their saving throws and attack rolls.
What's the DC again?
22.
And it's a will?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just checking the map to see if you're hitting anything that's not currently visible. Alrighty, now I have to do saving throws and all those. Okay. This guy. Nope. And what did you say the Bane did again? -1 to...
-1 on attack rolls and saves.
Okay, that one can't actually do anything. You said 25, right?
DC 22.
22, okay. Check that, I thought I said 25. Guess that was something else. And this one actually saves it. Yay!
I'm back.
That one doesn't.
Sad times when you fail on 19s.
Aww. Okay. Yeah, these guys would have slightly better build scores. And nope. And one more last roll. That one doesn't get banned. Okay. Alright. There's Berserker time. That one can't actually do anything, so I'm going to move on. Mythos.
Let's see.
Well, technically, if you rolled a strength check to break the rope, you need to succeed on a 24.
All right, I'll head over here and then launch a fireball. Let's see, where was it? Somewhere around here.
I don't know how fire resistant Dagoth is.
Not hit him.
Will it hit him?
No. Wait, let me scroll. Alright. I'll miss a couple, but I can hit 5. That's pretty good.
Okay, so your epicenter's like right here.
Yeah, right here. Is that making the ping thing?
This right here?
It's the one right below this archer.
Oh. Then if you're going for that, then you'd be hitting Yuki and Valencia as well.
It's a
Would
20
I?
foot spread, red, right?
20-foot
If
radius.
you're talking here, then no.
Now, that's...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Roll20 doesn't like to support it, but technically you target AoE spells on the intersection of a grid, not on the actual position of the center of a square.
Well, if it doesn't support it, I'm not sure what the use of that is. Nice trivia.
Yeah, it's just that's the way that Roll20 does
Oh,
is
you weren't,
wrong
you weren't
the
seeing
way
my
that
thing, were you?
3.5 does.
Yeah. So I'll cast it there and hit those however many for 10d6.
So an easy way to do that is just put a marker and then put an AoE on it.
Yeah. Like right here? Is that what you want?
I think it was 1 square up, but I think that'll
Okay,
still hit all the same stuff.
let's see. Mostly I want to make sure that I'm not hitting group members.
If he hits group
Crap.
members, he hits group members.
Ugh, I have to use an actual picture to get for it to,
I really wish I could give you some of the fireball spells icons.
Yeah, but they're going to be like squares, aren't they? And Fireball isn't a square.
yeah, but it's, that's not what I'm worried about here. And you said 20 feet, correct?
Yeah, 20-foot radius.
Alrighty. Then, yeah, I know exactly what it's hitting. And, god damn, 37 damage to each of those.
DC 22.
If they succeed on the reflex save,
Okay,
then
reflex.
they take half the
So,
damage.
reflex. Well, this one here is dead regardless. I can't do reflex. It burns up. A little bit of ashes gets sprinkled out here and there. There's an archer. Let's look at the archer page. See what the reflex says. Ooh, it's a 4.
Is this still good diplomacy?
Nope, that failed. For a 37. See it. $15. What did you say the DC was again?
22.
That's a. Yeah, sometimes I forget it when I'm running so many numbers. It's like numbers, and I suddenly can't remember. I just had another archer.
How'd you get the DC of a Fireball to 22?
3 for spell level, 10 base, 7 from int mod because of 18, plus 6 from Crown of Intellect. That brings it up to 20 and plus 2 for spell enhance.
How do you have that much money?
I'm an artificer. I make it myself. Two of my
so
feats are on cost reduction, so
so you've got like
this one
twice the
just
amount of money
burns
as
up
everyone else.
well.
Got, well, as any starting character. Sure.
Alright, good for you.
The fireball you cast?
Yep. And of course, you probably missed T-bow. Alright. Okay, that guy's still alive. This guy attempts to hit Dagoth. For all the good that would do.
Wait, what happened?
This guy's attempting to hit Dagoth with its great axe. Aw. I'm sorry, Shadow Blaster. Yeah, after this combat, I plan to break for a meal. Okay, 25. That doesn't hit Dagoth at all, though. Other Blizzard Folk Berserker. Actually, that should be a 24 anyway, because of the Bane. Oh no, wait, that one's the one that's not baned. Never mind. This one also attempts to hit Dagoth. Completely misses. Archer. The archer is attempting to hit Mythos. That misses. Valencia, you're still frozen in place. You can roll a strength check or an escape artist to try to get out of it.
I'll give it a strength check.
Where did Shadow go?
Low blood sugar. He's laying down or getting food or something.
Okay.
Some days you roll a 4.
He might come back if things. So he's letting you run his character. Hold on.
So I just bought Grizz something.
Okay.
Check your premium stuff and look for area of effects.
There we go. Awesome. Archer. The archer is actually no. The archer saw where that fireball's coming from. It's aiming at Mythos. Ugh, why do my characters always roll low? Except for that Hydra, which actually got some good hits in. Hector Lab.
He's not here.
Oh yeah, I know. Sarah's
Okay.
controlling it now.
Let's see. +2. He's not wounded, so. He's gonna. Let's see, what's the grapple? I'm gonna have him drag the guy. The guy that's tied up.
Yeah.
By the way, just so everyone knows, it has 7 turns left completely of haste.
Thank you for keeping track of that.
Yeah, 7 turns
Where
left.
would you like to drag the thing off to?
Over here.
I can't see it with the gray against the gray.
Hold on, let me
Ping
change my
the
color.
area. Okay, now I can see it. You could also say next to Mythos, and I've gotten that.
That's gonna be his turn.
Dagoth.
It's gonna do a full attack. So 3 attacks because
on
of the
which?
haste.
Who's it starting with?
That guy first.
Okay.
'31, 29 for 31 for the
Bloody chunks. Bloody chunks everywhere.
second guy now. '27 for 29.
Bloody, but still alive.
Does he have cleave?
Nope, he has a third attack because of haste.
Sure.
29 for 27.
And now it's dead. Bleeding practically in half, but not entirely.
Oh, it's still useful.
Splintered bone and all.
Good for
Greater
bones.
shadow. Still protecting Sarah. Bone claw.
So one of them managed to finally get up.
5 foot step right there. And full attack.
On who?
The one closest to it.
Okay. The one that's currently bound up?
No,
Then that's not the one you.
Sorry.
That's the one you were pinging.
I wasn't. I didn't.
No,
ping
that
it
was
yet.
me.
Okay.
30, hitting for 30, the AC 34 and 28 damage.
I can see that. The stabs it just in the right spot at the right time, and the bits and pieces of it essentially just crumble into bits. There's now chunks of flesh, blood, and splinters of bone just laying there in the ground.
And the last attack goes for him.
And the same thing happens to that one. Bits of chunks of blood, flesh, internal organs, splintered bones are just laying there in a heap, slowly sinking into the muck.
Gross.
Shaman. This guy decides he's had enough and is trying to run away. Yuki!
Go hunt them down, Yuki.
And attack.
Can we say popped or?
Ooh, Yuki has dropped her sword.
Well, that's one sword.
Oh, you used your teleport, huh?
No, that wasn't teleport. Still have haste. Did that hit or not hit?
No, that didn't hit. It bounced off the armor.
You don't get another attack, I don't think.
Haste would give me a third attack.
Not if you've
Madness.
moved.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Unfortunately, this archer has no way of easily striking you, so instead it hits you for tries to attack with two claws. First claw, 24, hit or miss? What's your DC?
That hits.
Your AC? I'm sorry. Ooh.
It hits. That'd be like a
Takes you with the
1d3.
claw for 3 damage. Then it strikes you again with its other claw. Ooh, critical on that, but of course they don't roll criticals for this type of damage. And hits you for another 3 damage. And finally, it attempts to bite you. Miss on that one.
Yeah. Yeah, I pretty much punch it in the face backwards.
Sarah, what would you like to do?
Okay, getting closer. Don't want to be close to that water. And let's see now. What should I do? Let's see what this is. Okay, I'm gonna do Ray of Exhaustion on this guy. Let me do that thing. Let's touch also. Do my ranged touch attack. Does that hit his touch?
Yes.
He is now exhausted.
Okay, that berserker can't do anything.
Oh wait,
Mythos.
roll a fortitude save too. Gris?
I heard you. I'm just getting the dice. Yeah.
Yeah,
well,
he's fully exhausted. He's exhausted.
Mythos, what would you like to do?
Alright, what's with this guy next to me? Is he bound up or?
Yeah, he's tied up.
Alright.
Probably trying to bite you.
I'll just 5-foot step to the side and I'll take out one of my pearls of power from my backpack and regain one of my level 1 spell slots.
Anything else you wish to do?
No. I'd rather save my magic for when that Hydra comes back, if it does.
I want to try and get out of this again.
Hold on 1 second.
Oh, are you still transformed?
Yeah.
You failed the on transformation, huh?
I think he's stuck
Alright,
in the
go
ground.
for it.
No, I'm
Entangled.
stuck in entanglement.
Wait, how many rounds entanglement? 1 minute.
Lasts for ages.
Plus
Yeah.
level, plus also. It's 2 minutes.
20 rounds. No, I'm going to roll 4s forever, basically. That's what's going to happen here.
And what's Hector Lab gonna do?
Let's see now. He's still just gonna grapple, drag the lizard folk.
To anywhere, or are you just gonna stay put?
Let's see now. Just over here. Would you like me? What would you like me to roll? Strength.
Nothing, hold on. Over there or over here? Where do you want it? Over there or over here?
Over here.
Okay. That's fine where it is.
He's gonna be dragging it over here.
Alright. Dagoth.
So that other guy ran all the way over here, correct?
Yep. Ran up in that direction.
Nagath is gonna follow, since he wasn't affected by the tango. Plus 30, plus already 40. That. And...
Ooh.
34 damage.
And a lot of bloody chunks everywhere.
Woo!
So now you've got an exhausted guy, a guy bound, and an unknown Hydra left.
Let's pick their brains and just keep an eye out for the Hydra.
So would you like to end combat with your prizes? Is that what the party wishes to do?
Sure.
Sounds fine to me. I'll spend the next, 2 minutes rolling 4s, but I'll get out eventually.
Yeah, we'll say you're automatically up. Hold on, I need to put the turn order at this point. Okay.
$720.
Let's see. These guys are lizards. They have various weapons that aren't even worth picking up and carrying anymore, given how much money you tend to have. But they also have coins and the like.
In their pouches.
On their clothes and everything. In actual money pouches, not what you're implying.
I see.
Let's see here. Let's figure out exactly what type of things we have, and then we can either break for food or whatever. Because I really need something to eat.
If you're hungry, Grizz, then you should get some food.
Well, I had a really late lunch, but I mean, I really need something to eat because I'm tired and not thinking straight every second. I was up way too late last night, and then I had to get up too early this morning.
960 experience. Oh yeah.
And then I'll just add Hector's experience. Three, four.
Let's see. Sarah, since you're a designated group leader, roll a 1d100 for me.
1d100.
Mm-hmm.
57.
All right. Yeah, it's a pitiful haul, unfortunately, from these lizard folk. You only find about 100 gold between them.
Okay, I may be installing updates.
Oh no.
Yeah, Windows 10 just popped up. Oh, hey, you want to take a look at the updates? I was like,
Hey.
maybe. So if I suddenly disappear, I'm probably updating for no reason.
Do we split that 5 ways?
Yeah, so that'll be 20 gold each.
I'm gonna note that down on my character sheet then.
Yeah, not much.
Yeah.
It's a very pitiful haul, but
So-
It's not
it's
enough for me
something.
to.
Are we continuing, or should we
What would
just
you guys?
after this?
What would you guys like to do? Would you guys like to continue after a 20-minute break, or would you guys prefer to wait and come back fresh? Short sessions are okay. I mean, next weekend it's probably going to be a short session, but not necessarily. But it's up to you guys.
I'm sorry to say that I'm somewhat falling asleep here, but that's likely to be me more often than the rest of you anyway, because it's
Then I think
almost
we
1
should let you
o'clock.
go to bed. We should let you go to bed.
Well, I don't want to stop playing if it forces the rest of you guys to stop playing.
No, that's alright.
I don't need to wake up in the morning, after all.
That's alright. They're forcing me to go right now anyways.
Aww.
And then why don't we call it here for right
So
now?
it's good timing.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
You get the rest of you who are still here. Do you want to meet up again in a little bit on Discord? I still need to go to the bathroom and get some food started. But I've got some other stuff I would like to run past you guys if you're up for it.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
I've got nothing.
Thank you very much for running the game, Grizz.
You're welcome. I'm sorry if it was a bit short, guys, but still.
Have a great day.